So that's for, they said the Rash was going to be, they'd say probably about like a week or so, and then it should be good.
My name's Angelo. Jacob has a rash, and we're going to break down the entire UFC Vancouver fight card, giving you our picks, predictions, bets, and our DraftKings fantasy plays. But before we dive into this card, here's your recap from the last card. I told you for an entire week, for a whole week, 100, 200,000 views later, I said I will not be filming a recap. Jacob and I are going to go watch the Texas OU game. I'm going to drink like I've never drank before. There is a 0% chance you get a recap out of me. 500 comments later, where's the recap? Where's the recap? Where's the recap? Here we are.
Do you remember me also have that? You probably don't. Of me being like, I text you like, do not do a recap. And you're like, I literally can't. And I was like, thank God. I was like, God is so good, because you had texted me like a few times that night, and I literally was like, dude, if he tries to do this recap. First of all, I know he didn't watch like half the fights.
I didn't watch it.
He has no idea if anybody is up or down. I try to make sure that, I was like, Angelo, I am up. I text you like 4 times. Like, if you're going to say anything, I was up fucking big. So then I text you. I was like, do not do the recap. Because I was like, if he thinks we had a great night, which we did have a great night, he's going to go on there and start rambling. It's going to be a fucking disaster. Don't do the recap.
The only text I remember for you, I was just telling Jacob before we went live, I typically I drink. I enjoy myself. You can spend 30 years with me. You'll never see me like belligerent, out of control drunk ever. Even Saturday, you didn't get that. What you get is loud.
You were loud, explaining stuff, and got in a fight, but that's not belligerent.
I didn't get into the fight. I was brought into the fight after the fact. But the only text I remember from you, I don't remember you saying don't do a recap, and then I was in no condition to do it. I remember getting your text being like, I was up huge. You were literally dead even. Safety hit, lock of the week hit, slam hit. You can rest easy. I remember that's what you can rest easy is how you ended it.
Look, hold on. Wait, let me do this. I was explaining. I don't know if you'll be able to read, but I was explaining the situation, and I was like, I'm up 13 units the last 3 weeks, 42% ROI. You said safety hit. That's all I know. I said, don't do a recap for the love of God. You said, literally can't. And I said, God is so good.
I don't remember that exchange. I do not remember that exchange.
I was trying to give you highlights in case you did go live. You could hit these spots of what's going on tonight or whatever. And then I got done typing. I was like, please don't do the recap. Please don't do the recap.
Yeah, well, Jacob's crushing it. So here's your Rio recap. I
fucking told you motherfuckers too. 3 weeks ago, I said, I'm literally like Trump when he says, you might want to buy the dip. You might want to, now might be a good time. Because every time he says that, he drops fucking news and the stock market starts fucking ripping. I told you guys 3 weeks ago, I was locking the fuck in. That's exactly what I've done.
I mean, Jacob's been absolutely crushing it. I feel bad for the people who just watch my free betting video and don't hop onto the website, because the website bets have been crushing it. Jacob up tremendous. I literally was dead even. They're $6, dead 0.06 units. Dead even, essentially.
And if Volta would have, first of all,
the odds got smoked when
my night would have been, first of all, yeah, Volter would have won. You would have been up. My under 1.5 on the Vicente Joel fight on that parlay should have hit. So I should have been up fucking 10, 13, 14 units. And Figgy almost got a sub.
I missed Mosquito by 15 seconds, the over 1.5.
Yeah.
15 seconds. So overall, though,
great night. And it could have been fucking
yes.
It could have been astronomical, but really good. I'm on a
great night for the boys. Premium members, you've been riding a nice little wave here. You got the safety, you got the lock, you got the slam, you got over 4 units of net profit, almost 20% ROI. We appreciate you if you were there. Sorry, no recap from me this weekend. All the wives got us tickets to Nate Bargatze for Christmas. So 10 months ago, which is Saturday, but I'm not going to be belligerent drunk. The recap might just have to be Sunday morning though, instead of Saturday night. I just don't know what time I'll be back, but you will get a recap out of me and I will watch all of those fights. Here's a look at the next 4 cards. If you're not premium and you missed out on
fuck you, you stupid fucks.
And if you're not premium, Big Red,
and if you're not going to be premium for whatever reason, I don't know why, it's only $10 a month, but just like the video. Can everyone like the video? We would love that. We never ask for like on these videos, but it really does help the channel grow. We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, we would definitely appreciate that. If you want to support the boys, become a premium member. Every pick, every bet, every tool. I'm not even going to rant about the tools in this intro because you should know what they are by now, but it's quite literally the best offering in this space. Period. End of story. It's only $10. What do you need? I'm not coming to kill a bee. I'm in the middle of the pitch. If we get 5 more premium members, I will hire somebody to kill the bee. Come kill a bee. How is there a bee in the house at night anyway? Bees in the trap. Bees in the trap. And if you don't want to be a bee and you want to support the boys, WeWantPicks.com. You unlock every pick, every bet, every tool. Here's the 4 cards you'll get right now. You will get UFC Vancouver. You will get UFC 321. Then we have 2 very solid fight nights with some competitive outings. Check it all out now.
The Apex
for this one, the Onama one, right?
Onama and whatever. So get ready for the hot dogs, and we'll see. Last time I was there, I almost got in a fucking fist fight as well. So,
you know what's great about that card? So my oldest birthday is on Halloween Day. So that's the day after Halloween. She wanted to do like her birthday party. Like she wanted to maybe go to the movie theater and like rent out the theater, all this stuff.
It's interesting you bring up her birthday because, it drives, I was talking about this on stream too. It drives me insane when somebody brings up like their birthdays and stuff. Cause you can tell they just want to make it all about them. Like if I was going to be that person, like I would be like, oh yeah, my birthday's, it's coming up.
When is it, Jacob? Tell them.
I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person. Like there are these streamers that come on and be like, hey, like the video for my birthday or subscribe, for my birthday. That's all I want is, all this stuff or whatever. And that kind of peeves me because it's not about you. It's not about the view. You're ruining the viewer experience at that point because they're here for fights. They're here for breakdowns. They're here for the bets and all that stuff. And you're just talking about birthdays. Nobody cares. Like mine, I mentioned mine is coming up. It is, it's a few. It is in a few days. I'll be honest with that. But I don't want to bring it up. I don't want to talk about it because I want to get to the fights. I want to get to the bets. I want to whatever. I'll be live Tuesday for the Contender Series. On the Contender Series stream, I don't want to say, hey, my birthday's in 2 days, which is Thursday. I don't want to be that guy, So I just want to, because you brought up the birthdays, so I just want to mention it that even though my birthday is on Thursday, I'm not going to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I want to talk about the fights. Angelo, get back to your story. I apologize. It just drives me insane.
You've never wanted to be the center of attention. Like you've always been very, you've always been very.
I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy.
And you
sit
never
back.
have.
I'm cool. They call me Cool Hand Jake.
They do say that.
Now I'm just cool. I'm calm. I'm collected. I'm relaxed. I'm never really I don't get too high. I don't get too low. Even keel, and that's how I want to be remembered. My birthday happens to be Thursday. I don't want to talk about it.
That's very classy of you because you have an audience. You could kind of engage with farm for your birthday, and you choose not to, and it really is a nice.
I would never do anything like that.
Well, my daughter is engagement farming for her birthday. It went from movie theater, and it was gonna be like a big thing, a lot of kids, and then it's like what movie? And
it's my third. It's my 30th as well. So.
Oh, it's a milestone, and you still don't want attention for it. That's even crazier. Then she changed her mind and was like, maybe I just do like a girls' night with 2 of my friends. So it went from this big thing in the middle of the day on November 1st to now 2 of her friends and my wife are leaving. They're sleeping at a hotel doing this whole nice meal, nice whatever. And I was like, all right, so I have the youngest. And my wife's like, well, let's see if she'll sleep at this other friend's house. Guess who might be randomly home alone in his own house on November 1st? That shit never happens.
Where would you jerk off first?
Every room.
Oh, no.
Not the girls' rooms. That's
okay.
Right. But then I was like,
butt naked on a couch and.
No,
because you have a leather couch. There's no. You got to lay a towel down or something, right? Do you prep like that, or you just don't do it there?
The whole back of the house is glass. There's nothing's happening.
Really kind of adds to the excitement.
Nothing's happening.
You ever just stand in front of your window and just be like, man, just seeing if somebody's gonna walk by?
It's like a 5-foot fence too. Like there's no. Anyway, so I will be watching hot dogs just alone at the house. It's gonna be absolutely Fantastic. 2 other slides for you. UFC 321 is a midday pay-per-view. They're in Abu Dhabi. It's right smack in the middle of the day. But I still plan on doing a vlog. Still plan on watching the fights. I don't know if anybody will come over, but we'll figure that part out. And if you want to send something for the vlog, here's the address. We want picks, P.O. Box 406, Prosper, Texas, 75078. And the last slide, here's the number. If you want to leave a message, if you want to wish Jacob a happy birthday, you have to figure out what day it is. I know he didn't tell y'all. If you want to figure out
Thursday.
If you want to leave a birthday message, here's the number, 866-939-2687. That's 866. We want.
Also, I got a bone to pick with your bitch wife, too.
You
remember when she came over me and started trying to trash me because I'm not mingling with her friends? I don't know who the fuck
I don't remember that.
Are.
When did she do that?
She came over like right when Lock of the Week was over and I was celebrating. She's like, I just want to say that you've been a bump on the log more than usual this year. And I said, I'm watching the fights. And she's like, yeah, but that doesn't mean you should be over. I don't fucking know those people. I don't know any of those people. I met them once or twice or whatever. I'm not going to go stand over there like,
yeah, because
I'm just watching the fucking fights. But she like got in my face about it. And I'm like, fuck you. Get the fuck out of my face.
Like, and for you, 3 key people didn't come. The 2 neighbors that
I don't know. I didn't know
my brother-in-law.
I didn't know 85% of the people there. So I'm just sitting there watching the fucking fights, enjoying my time, having a good time. Talking to people that I know every once in a while.
What's funny is, so there was the whole shoving match. Not really a fight. It was a shoving match. She's the one that was like, Angelo. And I go over there, and I don't want to say too many names to get to whatever, but it was like kind of intense. And some dude like apparently grabbed my neck, and I just like shoved some guy. And then Tiffany comes running across on a couch, flying over, just swinging at nobody, was 4 feet away. But just everybody was like, dude, she's a real one. I was like, she's a little ghetto. Like, you don't know how she grew up. She's got a little ghetto in her, guys.
So
you just know the suburban one now.
Now retell that story, but be AJ.
Oh, with my eye all fucked up, but his eye was fucked up. You should see the other guy.
Ahead. Yeah, so
can't be worse.
Imagine the story.
Can't be worse. Yeah, it can't.
You got in a
worse.
fight and you came out without a blemish.
That dude's eye was falling out of his face.
You could tell the Chael Sonnen story of him like taking out 7 dudes. You'd be like, yeah, there was a little fight at the bar, but I took them all down.
Yeah, dude, that dude's face was completely fucked up. Literally, eye fall. I had to wear a patch. It was a disgusting mess. You should see the other guy. It can't be worse. All right, let's go ahead. We ready? Oh no, we got super chats. Yes. Yeah. $4.99 from Prominent Talent. Thanks for another winning week. $. We appreciate you not only for the super chats, but you're wildly supportive with comments and even just likes on Instagram. So thanks for being here, man. Then we have Michael Barquette. Successful weekend. Thanks to you guys. Thank you from New York. Where in New York, Michael?
Can I say too? Speaking about New York, there is a if somebody's going to New York, your first instinct is probably like to say like, oh, you got to get a slice of pizza. You got to try the pizza. You got to get some pizza, whatever. I was thinking about this the other day. I would say don't do it.
Why?
Because it kind of just ruins the rest of your life.
Because you're like, this
like
could
no,
be that.
like no, like literally, like I'm from the Midwest. In my opinion, a little Papa John's, switch up a little Pizza Hut, get a little Domino's, maybe a little Caesar. You just kind of live in that world, and every pizza's great. You can go anywhere and have pizza, and you're like, wow, this is really good pizza. But the second you have a fucking, I could still remember sitting in that little booth in fucking Queens, having a big slice of fucking cheese. Ever since that moment, no pizza is ever the same.
You ragged on me for saying Sbarro's is trash food in the mall.
It's still pretty close. I mean, it's
it's not close. It's not close. We got sperm or spam. 1989. You guys are great entertainment. Loving the website. Hope all is well. All is well. Thank you, Spam. We appreciate you for that. And $1.99 from Prod Nico Wanguf.
We ain't never
W. Ange.
We ain't never gonna have a fuck.
You're not gonna fuck this guy?
We ain't never gonna have a fuck.
We appreciate you for the $1.99, and a decoder ring would be wildly helpful.
Let's go ahead. So you don't have to.
Let's go ahead and jump into this card. Opening up the UFC Vancouver fight card, we have UFC newcomer Melissa Croden taking on Tainara Lisboa. Melissa Croden coming into her UFC debut at a 6-2 record. She is 4-1 in her last 5. And as I mentioned, this is her UFC debut, taking on Tainara Lisboa, 7-3 in her career, 4-1 in her last 5. She's coming off her first ever UFC loss. Melissa's a clean striker, lifelong martial artist. She sort of started as a kid. She started with old school martial arts, Taekwondo, that evolved into Muay Thai. She throws heavy. She stays clean. She is ridiculously tough. Jacob's going to talk about. He tweeted about how I know that we're tough.
I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. How could you possibly know what I'm going to talk about?
Well, you tweeted the video over and over and over. So
over and over? What the hell are you talking about?
Well, it plays on repeat. Ridiculously tough. There are some grappling holes, though. She is a prospect, and she is very dangerous. She's taking on Tainara Lisboa. Tainara Lisboa is also a Muay Thai striker. She's got that striking background. She likes to load up on the feet. She throws wild knees in the clinch. She moves pretty well. She is an aggressive striker. Her takedown defense is just mediocre, but if she is taken down, she's always working for something. She does have good submissions, and she will hang out. She's coming off that decision loss to Luana Santos, where the takedown defense was the problem. This was a newer fight to the card. So Melissa was signed to the UFC about a month ago. It's a newer fight to the card. I expect her to be the better striker. It's that simple. I'm going to pick her. I think she's going to be the better striker here. I like what I saw on the tape. The problem is there's not a lot to go off of. There's only 8 fights. One of them was a bad decision, one of those losses. The other one, she got the fuck beat out of her, but she's insanely tough. I just don't know how big these grappling holes are. That's honestly my bigger issue. I think strike for strike, she's the better fighter here, so I'm going to pick her. She's a dog. Let's see if these odds continue to, stay doggish. She might full-blown flip to the favorite if you check out the movement here, but I'm going to go with Melissa Croden, the local Canadian. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I don't, disagree with the pick, but I think the read is a little lackluster because Tainara is definitely the better striker. She's the actual Muay Thai striker. Melissa, in my opinion, just doesn't really know who she wants to be in the striking. Everything's a little bit stiff to me. Nothing is really fluid. She used to have like the karate stance. Now she's more of just a stiff, flat-footed boxer. No real head movement, no real defense, but she is very, very tough, and she does a good job of the Muay Thai clinch. She loves that Muay Thai, just throws like wild-ass knees. Against an actual Muay Thai fighter, I don't know if she's actually going to get that, but she basically just wants to press girls against the fence, try to work some takedowns, but honestly, she just loves that clinch work. She's almost like a Neil Magny. Gets girls against the fence, knees, elbows, hold them there, controller, and that's what I think it comes down to in this fight. Tainara, I think at space is going to be the better striker, but Melissa's just going to get on her, get her hands on her, try to get takedowns. Tainara gets a little bit of a fish out of the water once you get her on her back, and that's where Melissa kind of wants to be on top with the grappling like that. So it's I could see the value in the dog here because she is very, very tough. Hometown, she is probably the bigger, more physical girl, and that's the fight that she wants to fight.
She's big as shit.
Yeah, she's a big, strong girl, and like Angelo alluded to, that Jacqueline Cavalcante, who's a very, very good fighter, she went 5 rounds, a 5-round fight, and in the second round of that fight, she got dropped like 3 times on 3 straight punches, survived, and still went to a decision. So nobody's going to question her toughness. Honestly, that might be all it takes against Lisboa.
Yeah, it's an interesting fight, and she is a lifelong martial artist, so she's not just some tough girl who took up fighting late. Like, she's a lifelong martial artist.
I don't like stiff striking.
It'll be an interesting fight. I wish I got. Who's my boy?
Clayton.
Oh, it'll be he is stiff. It'll be I do wish I got these plus 235 odds before they took off, but it is what it is. 7,800, 8,400. I don't think there's a lot of value in the 8,400 unless Tainara comes out looking like an Olympic wrestler. Outside of that, you're going to get striker versus striker, and it should be a pretty entertaining fight to open up this card. If you want to unlock every pick, every bet, every tool on the website has been crushing it. If you watch the videos and you check out the bet video, but you never quite took the step to premium, it's only $10.
This is what non-premium members look like. looking at all the winning bets.
Check it all out. It's only $10. To support the boys, $2 super chat from Saeed Namagadov's burner. I mean, the fact that he told us it was his burner is crazy. Jacob, bet the house on Marwan Rahim.
Whoa, don't say it. I don't want to hear it. No spoilers. Thank you for the donation, though.
All right. We appreciate
this
the reason.
This was fucking Jim Halbert. Just looking
at the camera. The reason Jacob doesn't want to hear that and he doesn't want spoilers is if you guys don't know, tomorrow's the Dana White Contender Series finale.
Last week, yeah.
If Jacob ends up streaming, the way he does his Contender Series streams, he picks fighters and bets on fighters based solely off of them hitting the bag in the preview. That's it. Nothing else. No tape study, no insight. He watches them punch a bag and then is like, this guy.
Face-offs first.
Face-offs and bag punching. That's it. No, nothing else. You could find out 2 minutes later a 10-time national champion wrestler. Whatever. We saw him hit mitts. I'm going with the
We're
other.
up money 6 of 8 weeks that we've streamed.
It's crazy. It is crazy that he's that successful basing it off just gut instinct off what you see on the screen.
Very good at everything.
There we go. Another $1.99 from Prod Nico Wangaff. I would say this is a couple letters throw me off there.
Yeah. Not very quick, are you?
W. Ange. Hot as fuck. That's it.
Yeah, I mean,
that
could be it.
David says, why are y'all doing this shit on a Monday? David.
I already answered him, man.
I saw you answer. This is for everybody else.
I said Contender Series tomorrow, nerd bitch.
We have done 10 Mondays. 10 Mondays. This is the 10th Monday. And I would like to say next week we'll be back to Tuesdays, but my schedule's a little fucked. You and I got to figure out what makes sense for next week. I'll be out of here. Next up at UFC Vancouver, we have Azamat Bekoev taking on Yousri Belgaroui. Azamat Bekoev, 20-3 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5. He is on a nice little 8-fight win streak, taking on Yousri Belgaroui. 8-3 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He's on a 3-fight win streak. This fight was supposed to happen in August, but Yousri couldn't get his visa, so it didn't happen, and now here we go. It's happening in Canada. Azamat Bekoev, pretty well-rounded guy. He's very small for this division, but he hits hard as shit. He's got good takedown defense, good takedown offense, solid BJJ. He's good pretty much anywhere a fight goes. He's not the cleanest. He's not the fastest, but he is insanely powerful everywhere, no matter what he does. And as I mentioned, he is small for this weight class, but he closes distance really well, and he's got incredible forward pressure and cardio. He just knocked out Ryan Loder. He's taking on Yousri Belgaroui, former kickboxer who, much like Alex Pereira, jumped over to MMA. Also like Alex Pereira, he's fucking huge. This dude is 6'5". He's got fantastic kicks. He fully utilizes his power, his range. When he's not worried about takedowns, he lets his hands fly. But if you feint on him, if you threaten a takedown, he can freeze up a little bit. Overall, he is a dangerous guy. He needs the right matchups to succeed, at least in my opinion. Yousri is obviously a very good kickboxer. He obviously also has the physical attributes you need to be successful in MMA. But I think they're just sort of trying to rush the next Alex Pereira. I think the grappling gaps are pretty wide here, and I think they're pretty easy to exploit. I think Azamat's going to come forward. I think he'll come bombing in all loose and crazy and kind of sloppy, get to the legs, get the fight to the ground, and he unloads on the ground. There's no settle for position. And if you're already not comfortable on your back and then you're getting blasted in the mouth, I don't think things are going to go very well. So Azamat is the pick. You can see this line collapse, but I'm good with where it's at. What do you think, Jacob?
You guys need to listen up real close because you're going to fucking remember this late Saturday night into Sunday, and you're going to be calling me a genius. Right now, you're going to call me a fucking, I hate using this word, but you're going to call me a fucking retard. And you're going to tell me, what are you talking about? Oh, Jacob, you don't know and you're clueless. But fucking listen up right now. Nobody is going to burn more parlays and more bets this week than this guy Azamat. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what he's done that people think that he's like this untouchable force. They're talking about this, oh, he's got crazy, crazy power. This guy has 8 KOs and 20 wins. His last actual fucking like KO was in the LFA. Before that, it was like in fucking 2020. He's going to decisions, split decisions. He went fucking life and death with Dylan Budka. Do you guys know Dylan Budka? Now you know Dylan Budka. This guy went life and death with Dylan Budka. Comes into the UFC. Gets a little baby takedown on Zach Reese because Zach Reese is a fucking jiu-jitsu pussy. He lands a nice little shot, some elbows, whatever. The guy's just laying on his fucking back. It happened. Then it takes some 20 fucking shots with Ryan Loder barely even fucking, the guy doesn't even know, he's a wrestler, doesn't even know how to defend himself. He's fucking, Ryan Loder's like not falling. This thought that this guy's just got unreal power, it like just kind of blows my fucking mind. Like he's just going to come through and just knock out this 6'3" kickboxer who is a very good striker. A very good striker. He is very long with his jab. He replaces it with a nice piston right hand. This guy is 10 times the striker that Azamat is. So it comes down, can he get the takedowns? He's got okay takedowns. If he gets the takedowns, he probably does have some nice control. But this guy, Yousri, has said when he came to the UFC, I know what I got to work on. People are going to try and take me down. And he's been with Glover, and he saw Alex work on that and really, really improve. This guy already is going to be hard to take down just because of his height. Even if you don't really know how to wrestle, if you're just tall, sometimes it's just hard to get that leverage. Am I right, Angelo?
Yeah, you can't really pick him up.
Yeah. So now, if you have a little bit of technique behind it, if he's not getting the fucking takedowns, this guy's getting fucking knocked out. Azamat is going to blow so many parlays this week. He's not who you think he is. He's going to try and strike with this guy. He's going to start panic wrestling. When the wrestling doesn't work, he's in big fucking trouble. Yousri's going to win this fucking fight.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. I understand.
I don't know who they think this guy is.
We think he's a powerful striker who will hunt for a finish.
Where's the power?
Can also wrestle. He's finishing people. Is he one punch knocking them out on their feet cold? No. But when you get somebody to the ground and you just unload on them and you finish them, there's power there. When you snatch up a leg and you rip people to the ground, there's power there. He's a powerful dude. And the biggest gap here is not the striking. The biggest gap is the wrestling and the jiu-jitsu. Yousri on his back is going to get pummeled, because he's going to try to use the long guy stuff. And he has to think through his jiu-jitsu. It's new to him. And he's just going to be getting elbowed in the face. You don't even think Azamat's going to get a takedown?
I think he's going to really struggle getting inside on this guy. And Yousri's going to be using the fence, those tall guy stuff. He's going to be searching for those single legs. He's not going to be able to get a single leg, and he's going to break off because he's like, oh, I'll just knock the guy out. He's a very cocky, fucking confident dude. He's probably going to come in and just swing wild for the big knockout and just fucking get chinned by a jab. Just walk into a fucking long-ass 6'5" fucking jab when he shows that fucking looping bullshit overhand right. He's a fucking cocky dude.
Listen, I'm very, you and I, we couldn't be farther. You're like confident in Yousri. I guess
he's a way better striker. Yeah, he's going to be striking. I mean, Azamat's going to want to try and strike with this guy.
Yeah, my only concern is Azamat. You get a couple of finishes with your hands, and then you start trying to finish people with your hands. I'm on the Azamat side, though. I am undeterred here. I think the $9,100 in DraftKings Fantasy likely covers itself because I think he gets a takedown, and I think he finishes there because I know how relentless he is on top, and I'm positive if you are learning jiu-jitsu as it goes, in the last couple of years, you're focusing on it, you're just going to get blasted in the mouth and then full-blown panic. And I already see comments. You're as trades with Alex. Dude, you can't go by – how many people trained with Hamzat? Tons of people trained with Hamzat and didn't quite work out for them. So I think it's kind of more the same here. If you do want to unlock every pick, every bet, every tool, go to WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. It is only $10 for an entire month's worth of access. That month will give you every single thing that we offer. UFC 321, UFC Vancouver, 2 solid fight nights after that. We have a Canadian, how fitting, $2.79 super chat, Jacob the GOAT from DJib MMA.
Guy gets it.
Appreciate you. Canadians love you. Next up, at UFC Vancouver, we have Stephanie Luciano taking on Ravena Oliveira. Stephanie Luciano, 6-2 in her career, 3-1-1 in her last 5. She is coming off that decision loss to Samantha Hughes. taking on Ravena Oliveira, 7-2 in her career, 4-1 in her last 5. She is coming back after 2 years away. Stephanie Luciano,
Blown knee,
busy.
too.
A blown knee, yeah. Stephanie Luciano, a busy come forward striker. She wants to close that distance, get you to the cage, work you to the ground. If she gets you to the ground, she's going to camp out. She'll hang out on top, rack up that control time while staying safe. She'll occasionally work in an elbow or two, but for the most part, trying to stay safe. So she's not very dangerous overall, but she moves forward. She's got plenty of cardio. She's coming up that loss to Sam Hughes, where the volume was there and the striking was clean, but she just could not get off of her back. She's taking on Ravena Oliveira. If you're doing your own research, she might be Ravena Canuti or Maria Oliveira. Bless you. She's a Muay Thai striker.
I don't need your fucking blessings.
She has her own grinding takedowns.
Regardless.
Does he? He's throwing some shit at you.
Yeah, that's what he does. Look who came out on top. Look who's fucking on top of the world. And look who's got fucking high cholesterol and a fucking stent in his fucking heart.
I do not have a stent, and my cholesterol is just fine.
Well, one of those is not.
Probably. Yeah, I haven't verified, but I feel fine. Listen, Ravena is going to come forward. She stays busy herself. She likes to stalk. She's got low hands. She'll enter the pocket with just a flurry, maybe a teep kick, and then she'll work to a clinch. She has a 100% finish rate. She's fast, plenty of volume. She doesn't seem as dangerous as the finish rate, which is a bizarre statement to make. But if you only look at her record, you think she's a killer. And then you watch the fights and it's like, where's the finish? And then she'll find it, but it's like, this doesn't seem too crazy. She's coming back after 2 years away, a decision loss in that UFC debut. Listen, Ravena could definitely work in a takedown or two. We just watched Sam Hughes get the takedowns controller, but Sam Hughes is like a Lady Marab with the nonstop pressure and cardio. I think Stephanie's going to be faster. I think she's going to be cleaner everywhere. And I think the reason her takedown defense struggled in her last fight was just the relentless pressure. 2 years away, a knee surgery later. I think minus 325 is borderline a gift. What do you think, Jacob?
I would be a little bit careful with this one. I'm picking Stephanie. She should win the fight. She's still young. She's improving every single fight. She weathered the storm against Sam Hughes and actually was like outstriking and doing really well against Sam in that third round. The takedowns do worry me a little bit because, you know, she can get kind of out-muscled at time. Even though you can see kind of the technique is there, she just doesn't have that strength. And Ravena, is it Ravena?
There's a bunch. It's like 5. It could be Caruti.
Gina. Hey, how you doing?
Canuti.
Ravena, I'm telling you this. Her UFC debut was short notice. She has been off for 2 years with the knee surgery. She should not probably win this fight. But I'm telling you right now, she's got fucking bad bitch inside of her. She is one of those girls she is a fucking bad bitch, and she can get physical. You saw little flashes of that in the last fight, even some taunting, that type of stuff. So if Stephanie gets in a position where she starts getting bullied a little bit early and Ravena starts working downhill a little bit, she's got a fucking bad bitch inside of her, and she might not fucking stop. Maybe get on the ground and really make this fight really, really interesting. But Stephanie's long. She's rangy. She's going to be a little cleaner, a little faster in the striking, just like Angelo said. So I'm going with her. But something in the back of my head seems like Ravena might come in, get real physical early, win the first round, and then you know how female fights are. You know, sometimes it's a little back and forth for 2 rounds. We might be looking at the scorecards being like, yeah. But I'm with Stephanie, but I'm staying away from the money line.
Yeah, it's tricky. The long layoff, the knee surgery, the weight class changes. There's a lot going on for Ravena here. You don't know what you're going to get. She might come back and look absolutely unbelievable, or rusty. The weight classes, dropping the weight class is going to be a problem, and the cardio will fade. I don't know, man. 2 years away is crazy. Even a round line's tricky here. There's other female fights in this card.
Lacerda just came back from 2 years and fucking smoked Simon Oliveira.
I mean, that is true. And that's the only fight I watched, basically. And I was like, damn.
You sat there with me for like 3 fights, by the way.
Oh.
We watched the lock of the week, and then we watched the Petrino fight, too.
Oh, I remember that one. That fight sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sucked until bang. Done. What the hell was I saying? I don't remember now, but I am very confident in Stephanie Luciano here. I think that's too much change. 2 years off. weight class drop. Surge, I think that's just too much. I'm going to trust Stephanie who's been active, to come forward, get her hands going, hopefully stay off her back. And even if she can't, it is Vancouver, so I don't know what the judges are going to be like, but I think we're good here. $9,300 in DraftKings Fantasy, though. I'm probably going to leave that alone. If you want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool. The Optimizer won a bunch of people money this weekend. The Fight Simulator won a bunch of people money this weekend. So if you want to check out
Salamander,
the Salamander won a bunch of people some money this weekend.
Did you see that comment? Is that why you're laughing?
No.
You want to read what you wrote to that guy?
What I wrote?
Yeah.
How far up do I have to go?
It was just written. What do you mean?
Angelo doesn't know what football is?
No. I literally just wrote it. Do you know how to look at the chat?
I think it got filtered out because it's not in the chat.
Oh, someone said we want fence sitting. Talking about, because I was just trying to warn people that Ravena might be better than the fucking odds. So I said, suck my feces out my asshole.
Yeah, no, that got filtered out. That did not make its way to the actual chat. So Jacob just let you know right now, if you do not want to eat the feces out of his butthole, you can go to the website and become a premium member and just get the feces off of the website. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. It's only $10 freaking dollars.
I mean, that was pretty good co-main and main by me, huh? Figgy and Oliveira. Woo!
Oh, yeah, I bet Figgy. I felt good about that bet. Obviously, I got that main event wrong. I got 2 main events wrong in a row.
And I called that fucking beautifully, too. I said he gives up his back.
Who the fuck is Gamron?
I said he's a wrestler. He gives up his back every time. You're like, I don't think he's going to wrestle. I said, if I was Charles, I would wrestle. He's going to give up his back. You take it. You choke him out. There he goes. Easy.
Yeah.
Imagine
I didn't watch the fight, but
honestly,
I saw the result.
Charles should probably give me 10% for saying that. But
he gave it all to the kids. You see that?
Oh, fuck them kids.
They're favela kids.
All right.
They're not spoiled my kids. They're kids that could use it. He threw a big party for the favela kids on like Kids Day or something like that. So good for them. Next up at UFC Vancouver, we have Kyle Prepolec taking on Drew Dober in what should be Drew Dober's big comeback. Kyle Prepolec, 18-9 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He is coming off that short notice loss to Benoit Saint Denis. Taking on Drew Dober, 27-15 in his career, 1-4 in his last 5. He is on an unfortunate 3-fight skid. Kyle Prepolec, he stepped up on short notice in that last fight against Benoit Saint Denis. He came into the UFC a few years ago, had a crack at it, didn't quite work. He got another crack at it, didn't quite work. But these aren't the easiest matchups. And overall, he's a decent fighter. He's kind of reckless. He'll strike and then look to grapple. He's not particularly technical on the feet, but he does have some decent takedowns. He's very tough, not very dangerous. And as I mentioned, coming off that loss to Benoit Saint Denis, but that was short notice, and that's not the easiest fight to just step up to. Taking on Drew Dober. I assume his name is Andrew. Fun, take one to give one striker. He is actually very technical. He's got a ton of fight skills, but he doesn't really use them. He made his name and he built his reputation off just slugging it out. He's basically like a Justin Gaethje, where he's got skills, just punches real hard and absorbs damage. The chin has been fading as of late, though. That legendary chin, both legendary because you can see it and legendary because of some of the damage it withtook, is no longer what it used to be. He's coming off his 3rd loss in a row. This time he got knocked out by Manuel Torres. And it's a weird spot here because if Drew does not beat Kyle, then unfortunately he's got to be cut. He's already only won 1 fight in his last 5.
Oh my God, go to slap boxing.
This is the easiest fight.
Imagine that shit, man. You'd shatter your fucking, you'd be fucking Lucas Almeida.
I don't know if that chin, I don't know if that chin is what it used to be, though.
Did you hear that apparently Lucas Almeida broke his hand in that fight? They said after the fight that he definitely broke his hand in that fight. So that's kind of sucks for him that he broke his hand in that fight. And the commission made a comment on it. It was like, we take health very seriously. Like some like fucking generic statement. Didn't even really address the fact that his hand was fucking just shattered.
Yeah, what Jacob's talking about is... Dude, I was about to ban the fuck out of this guy. I saw We Want Picks was a scam, and I was like, and it says they took the feet pictures off the website. It is crazy. All right, hold on. Let me stay on task here. If Drew doesn't win this fight, it is an unfortunate downfall. But if you look at who he's losing to very good high-level fighters. I do not think Kyle Prepolec is a potentially not even a UFC caliber fighter. If he is, we'll find out after this fight. Benoit's not an easy fight. Drew Dober's not an easy fight. If he can't beat Kyle, a regional dude.
Oh my God, Alex said his hand was broken, swollen at weigh-ins. Are you kidding me? No way. You telling me this son of a bitch's hand was broken before the fight? Holy shit. Imagine if we would have known that ahead of time. Oh God, imagine you saw that and you were the first person in the world to tweet about it and it went viral, and then you put a bet in for premium members before the odds got wide. Not only did you put a bet in for the money line, but you added fight does not go the distance, and then as well by fucking inside the distance too. Imagine you did all that for the premium members.
It is true. Jacob is the one who took that picture and then it went viral. And in typical Twitter fashion, people just taking your picture and making it look like their own. But Drew's the pick. Drew should win this fight.
And I messaged Aswell too. I said, that dude has a broken right hand. This is what he wrote. I don't know if you can read that or not. He said, who cares? He's dead regardless. This is Aswell. And I said, my God. And I said, nice job. He said, yes, sir. So
I mean, it was a nice little pickup there. Good get, because then you did double and triple down on the bets. Because I picked as well, but didn't quite bet on them. You added like 3 bets after that.
Yeah, I immediately added 3 bets for the premium members, and then I definitely for my personal money, I had him parlayed with fucking Julie. I had him parlayed with fucking what's his name? I had him parlayed. I had the under parlayed with this. I had the under parlay. It was fucking my personal money. I went crazy. Anyway, Druber's a better fighter. He should win. Kyle's definitely fucking tough as shit. There's no doubt. There's no doubting his toughness. I mean, Benoit Saint Denis literally tried to knock this guy out, and then eventually was like, all right, I can't fucking knock this guy out. Took him down and subbed him within like fucking 15 seconds. Very, very tough. Definitely kind of one of those irky, jerky strikers that we talk about. No real defense. Obviously, he will throw back. I mean, if you're swinging, he's gonna bite down. He's gonna throw back, and maybe Drew's chin gets checked a little bit again. But if Drew just kind of takes his time and picks his shots, he should be able to pick this guy apart. And I mean, we'll see. This is definitely one of those like, hey, we kind of want to stick you to stick around, Drew. We probably want some good matchups for you in the future. Still only 36 years old. Let's try to get you back in the win column so we can start stacking you up against some up-and-coming prospects or whatever. They definitely have a plan for him. Obviously, Kyle being the Canadian guy, that's why he's on the card as well. So crazier things have happened than Drew losing this fight, but he should definitely win.
He should win. I am a little nervous about it. I don't think I'm gonna end up parlaying him because
God, I think the Bills got an interception. I have $200 on him.
Drew's not very affordable right now, and B, I mean, he could get cracked, and Kyle's not like getting knocked out. Like it's definitely an interesting situation. $6,800 in DraftKings Fantasy. There's a world where one or two lines,
a field goal.
One or two lineups isn't the worst thing that's ever happened. $9,400 for Drew Dober, though. That he better be full back and let those hands go. If you want to check out what the artificial intelligence has to say, yes, we have an artificial intelligence. If you want to check out what the artificial intelligence has to say, go to WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member at the top. Under Analysis, you'll see all our fight picks, all our bets, all our round line leans. Under Tools, you'll see the tools. Under Fantasy or DraftKings, you'll see the DraftKings information. Under Other, you'll see Prize Picks and Underdog. There is more on that site than I have time in the day to walk you through it. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. Next up, at UFC Vancouver, we have Danny Barlow taking on Jourdain with a silent D, Santos. Danny Barlow, 9-1 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. Sanitz.
How fucking
Jourdain Sanitz. Yeah, dude, what's funny is somebody was like, some guy lost his fucking mind about the graphics. He's like, this guy's always talking about having the best graphics in the world. They're not even top 5. These are mid graphics at best. He got the record wrong. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude, relax. These are the best graphics in the game, period, end of story. Danny Barlow, coming off that first ever career loss, taking on Jourdain No D Santos, 4-1 in his last 5. He's looking for his first UFC win. Overall career 10-2. Danny Barlow, rangy striker. He does have some power in the mix. He wants to work at range, but he'll enter the pocket with some lead uppercuts and some hooks. even though he does have a bunch of early finishes, he does actually take his time and look for his shots. He doesn't just come out guns blazing. He's composed. He doesn't headhunt. He does have some powerful kicks as well. All around pretty dangerous guy. He doesn't really like getting pressured. And when he does, he tends to shell up, and then he'll just shoot a random takedown on the ground, solid BJJ and positioning, and he just got knocked out by the whitest dude that has ever done anything ever. He's taking on Jourdain Santos. Well-rounded guy. He's okay everywhere and just okay. He's not great at anything. He's not wildly dangerous.
Oh, fuck you, bitch.
Who are you talking to?
Talking to you. Talking about
because I said he's not wildly dangerous?
No, you said he's not good at anything. What are you good
at? I said he's good at everything. He's not great at anything.
Yeah, fuck you, man. What are you great at? Nothing.
I'm great at a lot of shit.
Okay, I'd love to hear the top 5.
4 of those are eating.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jourdain Santos. Wrestling is decent. His offensive takedown's better than his takedown defense. Pretty good striker, pretty good wrestler. He can have success just by being busy and moving forward. He is coming off that busy decision loss to Ozzy Diaz, where he did have a takedown. He landed 131 significant strikes in a loss, and for that reason, this fight's a lot closer than people think. Danny Barlow just got knocked out by Casper the Ghost, and it wasn't the best look.
Hey.
That's people we're talking about.
No, it's a good-looking guy. I mean, I think if people sit down and really analyze Sam Patterson, they'll realize it's a good-looking guy.
He'll have the glow up of a century. Listen, Sam Patterson actually went on to win another fight, and that loss isn't as bad as it was just 3-4 months ago. Jourdain Santos's losses to Ozzy Diaz, and people just convince themselves that Ozzy Diaz blows. So I understand why this line is what it is. It's just looking at it, making snap judgments off their recent opponents and their recent fights.
You stupid.
The reality is this guy lands at incredible volume. He got a takedown in his last fight. And Danny doesn't fight very well backing up, or at least not as well as he does moving forward. And we could have a weird fight here where Jourdain Santos just walks him down and lands 131 significant strikes.
Like that? Angelo, do you know how to receive a fucking handoff? Can you
receive
show me?
A handoff?
Yeah, if somebody's about to put the...
Is that on it? They shove it in your chest and you just hold it tight and run? Or like that? Is that not it?
Yeah, you go and then you grab it like... You grab it
yeah,
like
I
this
did. Okay, I did that.
You're going like
I rest. That's just fucking 30 years of instinct.
This guy tried to grab it like this, he tried to like
a snap.
And he fucking fumbled it and fucked it up. They're gonna cost me $200.
What team are you rooting for?
The Bills right now. It's actually better for the Colts if the Bills lose, but I got $200 on the Bills.
There you go. Listen, I'm going to pick Danny Barlow. I think he is probably the better fighter when he's in control of the situation and things are going his well. The big question mark is, can he be in control, or is Jourdain just going to walk his ass down, landing a gazillion strikes? I'm staying far, far away from this. So I'd be careful if I were you. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I have, this might be a little bit of a pre-bias. I'm always honest with my biases. But I had some pre-bias hate against Danny Barlow because I was like, he's got a nice left hand. There's no doubt about that. Left-handed guy, that's what he does. Kind of all he's got. But I said, you know what? Let me put my bias aside and let me go all in. Danny Barlow versus Sam Patterson. Because who the fuck is a Sam Patterson? This tall, gangly guy, just throw your left hand and knock him out. I was at that fight. I was at the fucking apex for that fight. And I was very sure that Danny Barlow was going to win. If you listen to that broadcast, you can hear me say, he's scared to death of you, Danny. He doesn't want to be there. Something to that effect where Anik actually thought it was his corner, and he quotes me on. So go rewatch that fight right before he's about to get knocked out. I was very vocal that Danny was going to fucking knock this guy, Sam Patterson, out. So much so that when Danny got knocked out, Sam Patterson's team went like this. They're sitting like this. They went like this. Just staring me down. I came back from the bathroom. I had to pass them. They're all just fucking staring me down. Danny fucking embarrassed me. Now he's coming up in weight after he got knocked out by Sam Patterson. And 2 fights ago, You're going to split decision, life and death with Nikolai. What the fuck's is that retard's name? That's one of the worst fighters I've ever seen. He's terrible. Danny Barlow's not knocking everybody out. He's got a nice left hand, but I think up in weight, that left hand's going to be just a little bit slower. And it was the speed, not the power. Speed and timing, not the power, that was knocking people out. And people, like you said, want to give Santos a little bit of shit for losing to Ozzy Diaz. Ozzy Diaz isn't a bad fighter. If you watch that fight, dude's got a really nice jab, was able to eat some shots, land some volume, tough that shit out. When he's not getting colded immediately, you can tell he's actually a decent fighter. And this dude, Santos, a little bit of a psychopath, Angie. A little bit of a wild card, a little bit of a wild man in there. Well, kind of had that little bravado. Wasn't really getting into that Diaz fight until Diaz started fucking hitting him a little bit. And he's like, all right, let's fucking fight then. And when he starts getting rolling downhill, holy fucking shit. He does not fucking stop. He will kill himself, but he will kill himself and not fucking quit. You see, a lot of times these guys are chasing finishes. They get tired and they're like, oh, fuck. Like, I'm headed out of here. You saw that with Aldo almost against Zahabi in that fight. He's like, oh, fuck, This guy, even when he's tired, he's still fucking throwing back. He's still trying to work forward. This guy's a fucking dog. This guy's his step-in jab is fucking lightning. It's going to light Danny up. He's going to get uncomfortable with it. And when he starts throwing that step-in jab, whap! And then he starts replacing it with that right hand. And Danny, like you said, is backing up and doesn't have room to throw that left hand. He's really got nothing left. I like Santos in this fight. People aren't going to like it, but they're going to realize Danny really only has that left hand. Up in weight, going to be a little bit slower. This guy Santos is a fucking wild-ass dude. He's a fucking wild-ass dude. Trains at ATT, really good camp. I got Santos here, and I feel good about it.
Look at the numbers. Lands 7.20 significant strikes per minute, and that's a real number. That's not extrapolated because he went to a decision. So the volume's there, and if Barlow doesn't like backing up, it could be very, very, very interesting. 7,000 points or dollars in DraftKings Fantasy. I imagine he almost covered that in his last loss. Just sheer volume. 131 significant strikes is a very impressive number. You can check out every pick, every bet, every tool right now. It's only $10 for an entire month. That month worth of access will not only get you all the bets and all the tools, but it will, for this card, UFC Vancouver, for UFC 321, and the 2 fight sites after that, WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. Couple of super chats. Bub Collins says, yo, Jacob, can we get a song? And Ange, how's the weight? Weight's not good. Weight is not good.
Give me
Depends if you want a high number or low number.
Give me a genre.
Gospel.
Give me a different genre.
Blues. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Oh, well done. And $1.99 from Indian guy that loves poo. Jake is the GOAT, and Angelo is a fat, bald, pussy-sucking flap who can and loves guys banging to a quiz board with real friends, bitches, and pussies. Thank you for that super chat. $1.99 from Bub Collins. That was beautiful. I'm dying.
Anybody else, if you want to donate and send in requests.
That also wasn't blues, by the way. That was too upbeat. Where was the pain?
No, that was like just a light jazzy.
I didn't say jazz.
Yeah, jazz and blues. Blues and jazz.
Those are two different genres.
That's how I see in the sound. I don't see color.
Those are not the same thing. $1.99 from Let Me Know. Ange, I heard you were a child prodigy on the skin flute. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into that hobby. A lot. Thank you for the super chat.
Now, wait, can you read that again and say again what you said? Do you understand what that is?
Yeah, and my answer was correct.
You've been blowing people your whole life?
I thought that just meant jerking yourself off.
The skin flute, buddy?
I thought skin flute was just a name, like a fun name for a dick.
Oh my God. How many times have you told people in your life that you're a master of the skin flute, like as a joke or something?
I thought it was just like what you call your dick, the skin flute.
Oh, Billy.
I don't think it has to go into a mouth to be a flute. It could just be a skin
Google
flute.
it right now for me. Give me a Google on it. Incognito, shift whatever in, incognito tab it, and let me do it, please. And read the fucking, I'll do it, fucking.
Yeah, you do it. I'm not doing that shit.
The term skin flute is a vulgar and derogatory slang term for a penis.
See? There you go. It's just a penis.
Yeah, when you're playing the skin flute, you're fucking playing the fucking skin flute, you idiot.
Well, I just took it as, hey, when you were a youngster, did you enjoy your body? Kids are gross. $2 flat from Lou Bond. 10 seconds of techno, Jacob. No. That ain't it. It's like that, like sandstorm us.
I'll get it right next time.
Okay, you went rap. That was a freestyle rap.
Oh, fuck you.
Okay. Onwell to brrr. Watching the fights without the live stream was depressing. We appreciate the super chat, and I know Jacob loves the support for the streams.
Thank you.
Next up, at UFC Vancouver, we have the little Bruno Silva taking on Hyun Sung Park. Bruno Silva 14-7 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He is on an unfortunate 2-fight Skidowski, taking on Hyun Sung Park, 10-1 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that first ever career loss. Bruno Silva is a ton of fun. This guy's pretty well-rounded, solid power, strong wrestling, nasty submissions. He's good everywhere. He's not very clean. He's not very technical, but he gets after it, and he's incredibly tough. He likes to make fights ugly. He's got incredible power at this size. He can put anyone out in this division. He is on an unfortunate 2-fight skid, but he lost to Manel Kopp and future title challenger, which I believe they announced today, Joshua Van. So 2 quality losses taking on Hyun Sung Park. This guy's a slick grappler, and he likes to just come forward and shoot those takedowns. He's going to find an opening. He's going to look to get it to the ground. He is a finisher. He can snatch things up, and he can do so very quickly. He's patient on the feet, and then he finds those openings. He is dangerous. So I don't want to minimize all of that. But I think Bruno Silva is more dangerous. I think Bruno Silva is more dangerous everywhere. So Hyun Sung Park is dangerous on the ground. He could find a nice shot on the feet. Where Bruno Silva, everything he does is with intent. He is looking to knock your head off. He will squeeze any body part he can find, skin flute or otherwise, as tight as he can, immediately looking for a submission. And I think we get to a point with some of the fighters where the hype is there, the hype is there, the hype is there. They work up the ladder. He lost to Tatsuro Taira, very good fighter, but we still don't know how good he is or is not. Who has he beaten? Who has he beaten? This feels similar to the breakdown I did a few weeks ago with Daniel Wiley Santos and Ju Sang Yu. One guy had a fancy record against absolute bums, and the other guy had a mixed bag of a record against some high-level competition. So I'm going to go with the mixed bag record against high-level competition, Bruno Silva, until Park proves otherwise, that he actually can hang at this level and he didn't just beat a bunch of people he should beat. I'm going with the far more dangerous, far more experienced Bruno Silva, and I'm hoping he's just not a little too old and washed at this point. What do you think, Jacob?
Do you Chang hang low?
What?
Do you chain hang low?
Dun, 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 dun,
Do it
dun, dun, dun,
Do it
dun.
hang to the floor? Can you throw it over your shoulder when you're hot and make it cold?
Where are we going with this?
I don't know. You said something about chain wrestler or something, and
Okay.
song popped in my head a little bit. Yeah, a lot of people love Park this week. He seems like a pretty popular play. I think that line looks a little bit enticing. You know, he's pretty good. You know, the takedowns might be there. I don't think the backpacking type grappling is going to be there against a Bruno Silva. He probably is the better, more technical striker. Silva at this point too in his career has almost gotten away from the technicality and is like really trying to he realized he has power and now he's like almost trying to force the power with kind of big looping shots, and in the process he's kind of getting clipped in the pocket. But he's fought really good strikers. I mean, Manel Kopp and Joshua Van are fucking really, really precise strikers. Park is pretty precise, but not quite on that level. And this guy, Young Sung Park, is getting dropped by regional Asians. You know, now he's got this big ass fucking fast Brazilian. When he's coming up into the road to UFC and all this stuff, regional people are dropping this guy. He's been dropped 3 times in like 5 fights or something. He got dropped and then almost put out cold in his last fight. He definitely takes one to fucking give one, but he's got chin issues. I don't know if the wrestling's going to be there. He is the more technical guy at this point in both their careers, but I don't disagree with you that Bruno Silva is going to be a little bit live here. If he can just fucking not get too frustrated with the last 2 fights and just kind of keep it, just dial it in a little bit. Instead of being out here, tighten it up a little bit. Park is going to be there because he does that fucking stupid fucking guard. What are you laughing at?
Nothing. Continue.
But he kind of does that get your hand up, not move your head, just try to parry all the fucking shots and stuff. So if Bruno kind of tightens it up, he can have a shot. I got to take Park, but there's a lot of these fights where, you better with you, Andy. You better on the fan. Don't play on the fan. You got to tell him who's going to fucking win. You got to tell him you're going to fucking win or not. If you become a premium member, I got a nice bet on this one that I think is better than just picking a side. So it's a lot of that this week. I'm taking Park.
There we go. I think, listen, so you and I couldn't have been farther apart on the Bekoev.
What's wrong with saying regional Asians? That's what they are. That's what the fuck they are. They're Asians on the fucking regional scene. They're regional Asians dropping this guy left and right.
Jacob's an ally, guys. He's an ally.
The hell? I'm 0.5% Filipino.
When I was I was filming a Bad Takes with Josh, and he confused Tatsuro Taira and somebody else. I was like, oh, they all look alike, Josh. And he's like, I have Chinese children. I'm married to a Chinese woman. I can say what I want to say. You're in a similar camp. He's got a baby. Listen, when we broke down the Bekoev fight, you and I were on opposite picks and opposite sides of the spectrum. Here, we have different picks, and it's right over the line. We are not that far apart here.
You picked Bruno Silva?
I outright picked him.
Oh, my God. What a fucking idiot, dude.
I outright picked him.
Jesus Christ. Get a fucking load of yourself.
I pick a dog, and there's something wrong with me.
How often do you actually look in a mirror? Are you ashamed of the way you look?
What the fuck is happening?
I don't know. There was a picture I posted, and it was not a good look for you. Somebody commented, and I was like, oh, God.
What picture? From Texas OU?
Yeah, do you want to see it? Or
sure. That purple shirt was fucking
So I posted
enormous.
this. It's just me watching the fights. Everyone's just on the railing.
Oh, I know, dude. My back's got something crazy going on in my back.
I mean, this is what people are saying. So I know that you might.
That's muscle, by the way. That back right
Where
there.
Where at? Can he circle the part that's muscle?
That is for me picking people up without bending.
Where is your middle back? Your back looks like fucking Edmund Shabazian's rib cage.
I was doing what I'm doing right now, where I stretch it out. Is what I was doing. I try to get it to crack.
It's literally Edmund Shabazian's rib cage is reversed onto your back.
I literally was stretching
it out. You could lay a baby in there. It's like a manger. It's a crib. That thing holds 10, 15 gallons of water. You laid on your stomach and just start pouring water in that thing.
It was unfortunately timed. I literally do. I do it in the chair too. I twist and turn to try to crack my back.
I'm sure.
All right. Listen, $7,200 in DraftKings Fantasy for Bruno Silva. I think he's live as shit. I think that's a decent price point that should be looked at. $9,000 for Young Sung Park.
Someone said cholesterol is fine, by the way. Sure, man. You had more cholesterol in that picture than I've intaked in my entire life.
You actually eat more fast food than I do. Like I
go to the gym an hour and a half every single fucking day.
I was training for a while there, and life's just gotten the best of me now. I'm a little too busy to hop in that gym. It's been a while. When was the last time you went?
Go to the gym an hour and a half every day?
That wasn't the question. I think we went the last time together. No, I went to Josh's gym one time after that. That's it. $7,200 in DraftKings Fantasy. $9,000 in DraftKings Fantasy. If you can't make a decision, let the artificial intelligence do it. Let the optimizer do it. Let the fight simulator do it. We have a whole suite of tools as well as copy-paste bets that have been absolutely crushing. Check it all out now, right now. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. At the top, it's only $10 for an entire month's worth of access.
Oh, they gave me that first down, man.
Next up, at UFC Vancouver, we have Charles Jourdain taking on Davey Grant. Charles Jourdain, 16-8 in his career. 3-2 in his last 5. He's coming off that submission win over Victor Henry, taking on Davey Grant, 15-7 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He's on a 2-fight win streak. Charles Air Jourdain built his entire career being fun, a come-forward striker, pretty fast, good timing, willing to take chances, willing to do whatever he needed to do, spinning attacks, flying attacks, jumping attacks, to find a finish. He was never very technical. He's always been very fun. He's an absolute dog, and he will keep fights ugly and in your face. He's coming off that bounce-back win over Victor Henry, where he got taken down 4 times, but he did find that guillotine in the second. He's taking on Davey Daniel Grant. Davey Grant's a busy striker. He utilizes kicks for range. He's got good, solid movements forward. He likes to pressure. He likes to throw hands. Nothing he does is particularly fast or clean or athletic, but he stays nice and tight, and he just puts out the volume and is a busy little bee. He is an experienced grappler, but he got comfortable striking. He got a couple of finishes on the feet, went that direction, and now he has 14 fights in the UFC, and he's built himself some solid fight IQ. Most recently, he was just a pretty big underdog against Damon Blackshear and got that done just with forward pressure, grit, and volume. And I understand the love for Charles Jourdain. He has more than one come-from-behind victory, but the only way it's a come-from-behind victory is if you were behind. If you're losing the fight, then you can snatch something up and make something happen. Charles built a name for himself by being wild and creative and fun, but he's not really that guy anymore. As the matchups got tougher and tougher.
Like chill when he said that. He's not really that guy anymore.
If I did, it wasn't intentional.
You're like using like your news reporter voice. Just be real with the people. They just want you to be real.
This is how accent. I talk. This is my accent.
You be real though. Do you guys know that he puts on like a fake accent? Like he's actually like Italian. He talks like a diesel. Hey, it's a Charles Jourdain. He's a Davey Grant, and I think that they Charles Jourdain. Just be normal.
It's very hard. They just won't accept me if I talk like Marvin Vittori. They won't accept me. Here's the problem. When I broke down Macy Chasson a few weeks ago, I said she is not who she used to be. She was a big, long, rangy striker who turned into a grappler. She just isn't who she used to be. That's kind of what we got here with Charles Jourdain. He was wild, creative, and fun, and he's just not that guy anymore. And obviously, he's getting harder and harder matchups, but I'm going to go the other side. I'm picking Davey Grant. I think Davey Grant just does what his old ass does, puts his head down, moves forward, and stays insanely busy. If he wants to work in a takedown or two, he should be able to. I like Davey Grant to just literally will this into existence with nonstop pressure. So I'm going to pick Davey Grant. We'll see if he can continue this momentum. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, let me see if I can convince you here because I got a little stat here, did a little bit of research because I've been, I do the deep dives, I do it all for the people. Last 5 years, Charles Jourdain is 6-6-1, not to be confused with sex and 1. He is 6-6-1. His 6 wins, Angelo, are as followed. Marcelo Rojo, what's his UFC record?
Can I add context? Okay, sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead and interrupt with some random ass tangent that doesn't make any difference. Go ahead. I'd love for you to ruin this moment for me.
I was just going to say the word fired, and then you're going to say the next person. I'm going to say fired. Then you said that's what I was going to do.
Okay, yeah, join in on this fucking thing. Go ahead, Angelo.
I was going to help.
Ready? Let's start over, Angelo.
Okay.
We'll let you join in. Okay. Charles Jourdain, the last 5 years, is 6-6-1 in the UFC. Not that could be confused with sex and 1. He is 6-6-1 in the UFC. Here are his 6 wins in order, eldest to newest. Marcelo Rojo.
Fired. I thought we were doing that.
I have the I say the record. The record's the important part.
Okay? Sorry.
I say the record.
Okay.
Charles Jourdain is 6-6-1 the last 5 years in the UFC. Not to be confused with sex and 1. He is 6-6-1 in the UFC. These are his last 6 opponents, oldest to newest. The oldest one, Marcelo Rojo, 0-3. Former lock of the week.
Fired.
Don't disrespect the lock of the week like that. We like Marcelo Rojo.
That was your boss.
Don't fucking, I don't need the fired stuff after a lock of the week, okay?
Okay.
Andrew Ewald, 4-5 in the UFC. Lando Venata, 4-7-2 in the UFC. Crone Gracie, 1-3 in the UFC. 0-3 in his last 3 fights. Ricardo Hemos, 6-7 in the UFC. And we just saw what kind of fighter Ricardo Hemos is. Not fired, but
about to be fired.
Probably fired. And then he fought Victor Henry, who was 4-2. But honestly, Victor Henry was fucking dog walking this dude in the second round. Was on top, threatening on his back, ground and pound, just kind of walked into the guillotine. And Charles Jourdain does have a nice guillotine, but I'm saying these wins that he's getting, that sometimes are even come from behind wins a little bit, aren't against the best competition. Davey Grant, 4-1 in his last 5, could be 5-0. Honestly, could be 6-0 in his last 6. He's 40 years old, but he is a fucking relentless striker. He knows what he's doing on the ground. If Charles wants to try to work in the wrestling or whatever the nonsense is, I think this is a very solid underdog play because Davey Grant will be around. I think he's the it's hard to say the tougher of the two, but I think the more forward pressure will come from a Davey Grant. And Charles Jourdain, 6-6-1 in the last 5. Not to be confused with 6-6-1, but not the best competition he's been beaten. So I like Davey Grant, long story short.
I wasn't short. It's an interesting fight because it is in Canada, but Charles has been, I don't want to say screwed in Canada. Do you think he beat, who's the giant? Sean Woodson? He got screwed in Canada in that fight?
When they both celebrated?
Yeah. It'll be interesting what version of Charles Jourdain comes out. If it's the fun, exciting, spinning around, doing crazy shit, he actually could win this fight by just throwing off a meat and potatoes Davey Grant. But if he tries to be the technical Charles Jourdain.
Potatoes because he's Irish, or what's going on there?
He's not Irish.
Oh, bullshit. Look at that guy. Tell me he's not fucking Irish.
He's so
bullshit.
Red. He's so
bullshit.
Red. Yeah. I mean, I guess if Jack Del Maddalene is Italian, Davey Grant could be Irish.
Giacomo.
Jacob and I are surprisingly both on the dog here. $7,500 in DraftKings Fantasy. He'll work for his money. He's obviously old. That's the biggest issue.
Dog walking question mark in that second round. Let me look at these fucking stats. You fucking.
I went to the scorecard to remind myself about the first round.
It's
like, oh, he won the first round.
Fuck. You stupid fuck. Victor Henry. What was it was in. There was 3 minutes, so it was like a minute, whatever. He had 2 minutes and 31 seconds of control of the 3 minutes that was in that fucking round with 2 takedowns. You stupid. He was dog walking. You want to look at a picture? Give me a second here, Angie.
Oh, I'll wait for a picture. While I wait for a picture.
No, I'm not saying interrupt me.
Oh.
I said give me a fucking second. Look at this guy. This is your king? That's getting fucking dog walked. Look at this guy. Just turtling up, getting beat on, and almost subbed. The fuck out of here with that pussy shit. I'm only talking about the second round.
Dr. Elijah True says, where for premium? I don't see in Discord. I don't know what that question exactly means, but
are you actually a doctor and you're that fucking stupid?
Premium is the website. WeWantPicks.com.
That's one obviously of those Chat GPT doctors, because they're going to be out there here pretty soon, and that's terrifying.
I saw a whole thing. Was it a stand-up routine about that? Maybe I saw a whole thing like somebody's just skating by right now in medical school.
There's not there. 90% of college students are doing all their homework with Chat GPT. There's no way they're not.
You can run it through. There's like, because we debated using Chat GPT for like some articles and stuff, but Josh the web guy was like, Google knows it's AI, and it's like,
okay, now you're dumbass professor.
Oh well, yeah, unless they run it through the whatever. But
you know what's crazy? Question and answer and stuff. You just have the answer.
We're gonna go back the other way to like no computer help whatsoever. You sit there in the class and do it with a TI-83.
No help. Pencil and a fucking Scantron.
Yeah, literally. We're gonna have to go back.
Oh my God! I just answered 3 questions B. It can't be B again, but it really feels like B. I'm pretty sure this one's B, but I just had 3 B's in a row, so that means one of these is wrong. Now I got to go back and look at these 3 because there's no way it's 4 B's in a row. So one of these is definitely not B.
Well, remember you also would like kind of shade another one in a little bit and be like, maybe this Scantron will grab it.
Yeah, I'm not a cheater.
Yeah, no, me neither. For a wildly tech savvy guy, which is what I am, I don't use AI for anything. I don't even at my real job. I don't even use. We have to like put out diligent notes from every meaningful meeting we have, and AI will be like, "Here's your notes, Ange." I don't even use that. I just write it all by hand, like an animal. Don't trust it. What I do trust, however, is our AI. We have an AI on the website, and it's picking fights based solely off historical data. It is generative, so it is learning from every single fight after every single event, which means it's getting better every single week. You can check out the AI now. It's included in the one and only package of $10 a month.
Oh, yeah. Charles Jourdain, his brother's fucking really good. You don't watch Contender Series? He was on the Contender
I
Series
saw
this year.
him talking about they're like the second brother combo in the
Dude,
UFC.
he's fucking like, he's actually like a fucking really clean boxer, and he's fucking really good.
Yeah, I saw him.
If you guys see that name, he's
and Charles was actually sweet on social media too. He's just,
he was cool when we were at 303. Remember they were walking by the curtain? I was like, oh, there they are. And then he was like, he like popped back in and was like, gave a little double thumbs up.
I was in the elevator with him too after when he was cutting weight, so I didn't say a fucking word. And he was just miserable.
He was just walking through the casino in a towel.
Yes, miserable as hell. But WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. It's only $10. That $10 will give you everything instantly.
Yeah, it's a tough cut for him because he was a 145er.
He's not small. He was very like skinny, but he was tall. On the website, we talk about the bets, especially recently because Jacob has been crushing the bets. So yeah, we talk about them. But
Josh.
We also have other tools on the website. One of them is the data analyzer. For those of you who like to do your own research, the data analyzer will line your fighters up with their opponents, every meaningful stat you could ever want or need, and then you can add filters and work your way through that data. This is built for the future as well. So you can sign up right now for WeWantPicks.com and do your research for UFC 322. Way out in the future. All of our tools, for the most part, are built out for the future. Our tools are also available inside of the app. We have an app. The app is free in the App Store. Just search We Want Picks. Everything that we offer on the website is available.
Does that pitch make you?
We have an app. We have an app.
Yeah, it's got to be a tough one for you.
Just saying it over and over.
What's your app for the table? What's your app for the table at a steakhouse?
You got to go the thick steakhouse, the thick cut bacon. You have to.
As an appetizer?
Yes, they hang it. Most of the time, it's hanging. It's great.
I was going to say, the last steakhouse I went to, they had like a bacon platter. That motherfucker was just 5 pieces of bacon for $20. There was just one was like not cooked as much. One was like, they were talking about this one smoked this one, and this one's like a honey smoked, and this one, and it literally is just 5 pieces of bacon cut in half, right? But like spread out on this big board, like all spaced out, like this is the whatever. I tried every single one. I'm like, it's just fucking bacon. It should cost me like $25 for 5 pieces of bacon.
No, see, I like there was a shortcut there because the nice steakhouses, the bacon's like this thick. It's very thick. It's pork belly more so than bacon, and it's delicious.
It's crazy.
Were they thick at least?
No, it's just it was just bacon, just cut bacon.
Yeah, no, they cheated you because a good steakhouse will have the big ass thick steakhouse bacon, and that's always a great ad for the table. Speaking of, you see that clip of Stu Feiner ordering appetizers for his table?
I have a picture of it. This is all. Look, where am I looking at? This was $25.
Yeah, that's just regular fucking bacon, dude. That's not even.
Yeah, they're like this
bacon.
one. Like, look, that one's like, oh, that's the extra smoke, and this one's the. I would recommend starting at the top of the board with the sweet ones, working your way down to the smoky. And they have like a little garnish you're supposed to put on this actually was pretty good. It was like I can't remember what it was, but yeah, this was like a $25 appetizer, 5 pieces of bacon cut in half. Like
this is what it's supposed to look like. When I say the steakhouse bacon, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the Bills lost.
Giant thick ass pieces of bacon. Oh,
that's fucking just
it's pork
sausage links.
No, that was bacon. Anyway. We have another tool on the website called a fight simulator. This will simulate the fights 100,000 times. And in those 100,000 simulations, it'll spit out not only the projected winners, but also how they got there. On average, in the 100,000 simulations, how many takedowns were landed, how many strikes were landed. All of that information is wildly useful when trying to find your prop bets and jumping into things like underdog and prize picks. We have an optimizer. This will build DraftKings and FanDuel fantasy lineups for you. A couple clicks of the button, it does all the work for you. And if you don't know what those things are, but you see my DraftKings video and you see me showing tickets from the week before, people absolutely crushing it. We have a brand new beginner mode. It's the only one in the industry. You click one button, and instead of expecting you to know how to manipulate these numbers, it'll just ask you normal, logical questions that you answer like a human being. I already mentioned the data analyzer. Someone put that slide in there twice. We have the line movement tracker. This will give you the opening odds, the current odds, and win probability, and the line movement for every fighter, for every card. A prop hunter curated set of data specifically designed to help you find prop bets. A tape index for those of you who like to do your own research. Watch the fights with your own eyes. We're only a couple of months away from the UFC being on Paramount. And when we get there, we're going to be scrambling and digging and diving and trying to find the historical fight footage, and we will have you all lined up, ready to go with the tape index. Check out every single one of those tools and every bet right now. WeWantPicks.com. Quick become a member at the top. It's only $10.
Did you watch Happy Days?
Oh, Happy Day. I did not. With Arthur Fonzarelli. That's where the term jumping shark came from. Because he was like surfing and jumped over a shark in an episode. And it was such an iconically horrific scene that it's now an industry term, jumping the shark. You know what that term means?
Yeah, like jumping over to conclusions.
No, jumping the shark is like you have lost everything about who you were.
Crazy, yeah. No. The fuck I know what of course I know what it is. Come on, at least I don't. I need to say no fucking skin flute.
I was right. The Google definition of skin flute is exactly what I thought it was.
You said I had a lot of hard work playing the skin. When you
someone said you were a child
skin
prodigy
flute because you put the flute to your fucking mouth, you idiot.
Someone said you were a child prodigy with the skin flute, and I said a lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into that.
You're like doubling down on it. Like it makes sense. It's a flute because it goes in your mouth. Do you get it or not? But yeah, it's a penis. It's a flute because it goes in your mouth. It's a skin flute. Is it clicking?
I get it in that context, but he didn't say playing the.
Only a ginger would normalize the phrase. I'm not the one doing it.
No, and I've heard the term before. You just added a layer. Anyway.
D's in here. Bet Sam's in here. Brittany Jackson's in here, which is actually a man, which always disappoints me. Gucci Gill's in here. Gucci said, Jacob, I don't think anyone has thank you for your service in a few streams, and I'm not okay with that. Thank you. Especially on Columbus Day.
Oh, yeah, it's my people's holiday. Italians. Yeah.
Yikes. I don't know if
they renamed it.
You said that a little too proud, buddy.
They renamed
they
it
did some pretty fucked up shit.
Dude, I forgot it was Columbus Day, and I saw somebody tweeting something about Indigenous Peoples Day. I'm like, dude, that's not for a while. I was not.
Oh, those are together. My people. It's like,
the which ones? The yeah, my bad.
I mean, that's like me going back like 150 years and being like, oh yeah, those are my people. It's
well,
like,
and Tiff's got some Indian in her too. So
she got a little Indian in her.
She's got Indian in her. She's got family on a reservation.
I bet she does. How often? Little Indian in her, huh? All right.
Here are the 4 fight cards you can unlock right now. $10. WeWantPicks.com. Next week, UFC 321. This week, Vancouver. 2 weeks after the next week. Couple really solid fight nights. WeWantPicks.com. It's $10 a month. If you want to do a full year, it's $100. You save $20. You want to do lifetime, $300 for the rest of your life. Here is the address. If you want to send something for the vlog, we're going to film a UFC 321 vlog. We Want Picks, PO Box 406, Prosper, Tejas, 75078.
It's my birthday Thursday.
Opening up the UFC Vancouver main card, we have Kyle Nelson taking on Matt Steamroller Frevola. Kyle Nelson, 16-6 in his career, 3-1-1 in his last 5. He's coming back after a full year away, taking on Matt Frevola, 11-5 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5 on an unfortunate 2-fight skid. There's a couple fights on this main card that mean nothing. There's a couple of monster fights that mean a lot, and there's a couple that mean nothing. And this is one of the ones that means nothing. And this is going to be one of the more fun fights on this card. Both these guys could absolutely get after. Kyle Nelson, solid striker. He has some very real power in his hands. He's got decent takedown defense. Does a pretty good job using his opponent's shots to create a scramble, end up on top. He's incredibly tough. He is coming off that KO loss, though, to Steve Garcia, where he only landed one single significant strike before being put down. Taking on Matt Frevola, a tough wrestler, never stops coming forward. Not very technical, but he has one-punch knockout power in his hands as well. Sometimes he'll get sloppy. He'll even spin around when he doesn't need to. He averages more than 2 takedowns per fight. He has 15 takedowns in 11 UFC fights, but he's a little inconsistent with when he actually uses takedowns versus just bombs away. He is coming off of that loss to Faraz Ziam, where he had a really nice takedown, an insane guillotine attempt, but he ate a huge knee in what will forever be a meme clip. Great matchup, ton of fun, doesn't matter at all, and that's what I love about it. Just a good old-fashioned fist fight. I honestly think that Matt Frevola should be the favorite here. I think he wins. I think he's the better overall fighter because he has the wrestling, he has the power, but the dude gets like knocked out. And that is a bit concerning here. So I'm going to pick Matt Frevola because he's the better fighter. But like, dude, Kyle Nelson knocking him out in 3 minutes would be the least surprising thing that happens on this card. Picking Matt Frevola, doing nothing with that information other than the fact that they made this a 2.5 round line. So let's just hit the under and go from there. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, at this point, Matt Frevola definitely is like the bonus guy. They put him on cards to be exciting. He's been like that his whole career. I actually want to go through this because I don't think people realize how insane this guy, this like resume is. Not as far as opponents go, but he's never fought the Apex. He got to the UFC, fought in a fight night, but it's an arena fight night. Then fought at UFC 230, UFC 236. And then a fight night that was an arena show, and then UFC 257, UFC 263, UFC 270, UFC 281, UFC 288, and UFC 295, and then the fight night in Paris with Benoit Saint-Denis. This guy is on every time he fights, he gets on a pay-per-view card because he is a firework type of guy. He is going to bring the fucking pain. If he's able to work in the wrestling like he did early against Ziam, I think he can start controlling this fight, and that's going to make the striking a little bit easier. If he comes in like a bat out of hell, he's always going to have the power to give himself a chance. But unfortunately, in this fight, I feel like the technical striking of Kyle Nelson and the willingness also to throw heavy of Kyle Nelson could really get Matt Frevola in some trouble if he comes in with that kind of wild striking, because he will swing himself out of his fucking shoes if they were allowed to wear shoes in the octagon. I mean, he full fucking spin like a top, throwing so hard. So he's always going to be live. Even on the ground, if he gets takedowns, you saw he got that easy, like a full mount almost, and choked out ZM. He was my lock of the week. I love Steamroller Frevola. I'm going with Kyle Nelson. I hate doing it, and I hope that Matt gets it done, and I'll be cheering for Matt. I got to bet up for this fight, but again, this is not a pick a side for me. I got to pick a side for the whatever, but for a bet, I can't bet against Matt Frevola. If he gets a finish, I'm going to win money, so I'll be rooting for him. But Kyle Nelson, I think, is just a little bit more technical to striking. Matt's a little bit too wide, but he's always going to be live, and he's going to be the better wrestler and grappler. The fucking, what's his name, Longo camp up there, they're all fucking dogs, and they can all fucking wrestle and grapple. So kind of hope he works that in, but he's probably going to come in and be steamroller Frevola, try to get that 50K and see what happens. And that dude always goes for it. You're never going to ask Matt Frevola to fucking not go for it. That dude always fucking go for it. I love the guy. I hope he gets it done.
Yeah, it'll be a fun fight, and that's really the only thing that matters, right? We watch fights to be entertained. We throw a couple dollars around for some bets.
Jacob just choosing dogs at this point. It's a fucking pick 'em. Jesus.
Yeah, and look at where these odds started. This is some wildly dramatic line movement. Kyle Nelson started as a minus 170 favorite, now a tiny slight dog. Insane. Like, that line movement's nuts, because how the hell was he almost a 2-1 favorite to begin with? And let's say, fine, he was almost a 2-1 favorite. There was that much money that came flying in on Matt Frevola to just completely flip that line. So that was pretty interesting to see, but I think the under on 2.5 is the only bet that makes a ton of sense at this point. It's not even that expensive. I just looked at it, minus 175. That should be.
I played Fight Does Not Go the Distance. What
are those?
I think I have minus 1. What I get? I got a minus 175. What is it right now?
Yes, minus 175 for the line, the round line. So that should be minus 190, maybe.
That's how Bet Online gets a little bit wacky sometimes. Under 2.5 is minus 175. Bet Online. Fight Does Not Go the Distance is the same odds, minus 175 right now.
Yeah, so and you get yourself an extra 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, that's probably going to move to minus 200 at least. So.
Yeah, you get 2.5 extra minutes there. So,
have you ever? What could you get done in 2.5 minutes? You can barely eat a Big Mac.
Honestly, that is one of the more disappointing things. To be my size and not be able to put down a Big Mac as quickly. I was because I just went at it slow.
You took that first bite, you were like,
in my head.
That second bite, you looked at the clock and you were like,
oh fuck!
It was like 25 seconds. You were like, oh, because then you went,
yeah. Well, like literally in my mind, I was like, I eat Big Macs in under a minute regular, let alone trying. And then when I tried, I was like, oh fuck. So I bet if I really tried, Colin said I could put down 2 in 2 minutes. Bet you can't, dude. I saw that challenge going viral. I was like, this is a fucking joke. It's not a joke. It's not. He said
Anna Frappe.
It's not an easy. Well, you can't drink it down. That's cheating. That wasn't one of the options. You just have to eat the Big Mac solo in 1 minute. So, yes. Why won't a credit card work? Does it have to be debit? No, credit cards work. Thousands of people have used credit cards. Thousands of them. I don't know what error you're getting or what's happening, but thousands of people. During this stream, we had 5 signups. 3 of them were credit cards. 2 of them were PayPal.
Sam came in and said, I could smash a Big Mac in under 2.5 minutes easily. Yeah, that's not the time.
No shit. Yeah, it's 1 Big Mac, 1 minute. 2.5 is crazy. Next up, at UFC Vancouver, we have Cody Gibson taking on Aoriqileng. Cody Gibson, 21-11 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5. He is coming off that submission loss to Damon Blackshear, taking on Aoriqileng.
What shear?
Damon. 25-12 in his career, 2-1 in his last 5.
So much. You're afraid to say the word or something?
What word?
Sorry, D.
I don't know what's happening here.
I'm sure you don't. You're not. You act like they're not even there. You act like it doesn't even exist. Like the problems of the world don't even exist, and you're
interesting
and your
turn
little
of
tower.
phrase. Interesting turn of phrase.
In your little ivory tower, right, D? Guy doesn't get it.
2-2-1 in his last 5, coming off a decision loss to Raul Rosas Jr. Cody Gibson, solid striker. He used that length pretty well. He's pretty long. He gets busy in exchanges. He uses that length to set up his strikes, defend his takedowns. He has 14 takedowns in his UFC career. Primarily a striker, though, and if you do take him down, you can have some success just holding him there. He is coming off that submission loss to Damon Blackshear, where he won the first round. He was seemingly on his way to an upset win, but ultimately did not go his way. Taking on Aoriqileng, well-rounded guy, incredible pressure, good pace. He can fight a technical fight or get sucked into a brawl. He used his striking to set up takedowns. He does have 7 in his UFC career. Mostly a striker, though. He's coming off that decision loss to Raul Rosas Jr., where he was taken down 3 times. I mentioned there's a lot of good fights on this card. The next 4 fights are actually very, very good. This one does not matter for the division. It means nothing, just like the last one, but it should be fun. These two have a combined record of 6-10-1. So whoever wins this fight, great. Whoever loses this fight, that's fine. I expect it to be fun. I expect to see like a 29-28 decision, maybe even a split decision here with some solid back and forth. And I think Cody is going to be the winner. I think he can sneak in a takedown or two. The winner. I was going to say pick, and then I said winner.
You're
so
drunk.
Winner. I'm not drinking.
You're a drunk.
I haven't drank since Saturday.
Oh my God, that's how much you're still drunk?
Well, that is a possibility. I think Cody can sneak in a takedown or two. He is 38 years old, so that worries me a little bit. But Cody's going to be the pick. I think he has just a few more ways to win. What do you think, Jacob?
Tell me how you feel about this, Angie, because I was going to be all over Cody. Should be a great matchup for Aoriqileng. Durable on the ground, but he can get taken down. Cody's got takedowns. He's got all the pressure, all this stuff. And I was about to place a money line bet on Cody and feel pretty good about it. And then I went to his Instagram. So let me do a little bit because I'm always going to the Instagrams. I'm always going that extra mile to see how's the training going. Do I spot anything? Just like the Lucas Almeida hand, I'm looking for anything and everything. And I see an interview, Angelo, and you tell me if this changed your mind on Cody Gibson. This is essentially what he said. Okay? Talking about Aoriqileng. He said, this guy likes to stand in the middle and get in the pocket, so I got to be tactical. You love hearing that. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Then he said, but it's pretty enticing. We're shooting for wins, but we're also shooting for bonuses. Meaning, essentially, yeah, I could fucking wrestle, but if this guy wants to stand and bang, maybe I give Aoriqileng a chance at 50K in his win bonus. Because why the fuck would you do that? Yeah, you might get a chance at fucking get a 50K knockout bonus or whatever because this guy has been chinned, but just fucking get the takedowns, get your win bonus. You're only giving him a chance. That's his chance of getting the bonus. That's his chance of winning if you're just going to stand in front of him. And let me just say, too, Aoriqileng, this whole theory that he's like this some knockout artist. He's knocked out one guy in the UFC. I don't even know who the fuck that guy is. Cameron something. I have never heard of that guy in my fucking life. So it's the thing that Aoriqileng is just like flatlining people is a little bit fraudulent as well. So even if he does stand and bang, maybe he's able to land a shot or whatever. I really wish that he was like, yeah, I want to win. But he's like, maybe fuck winning. Let's go for 50K. That's a little bit alarming. I'm staying off it a little bit, playing it a little bit different way now, but he's got all the tools to just fucking pressure this guy, take him down, and win. We'll see what the fuck he does.
It'll be a fun one. I didn't see that he was just willingly.
How does it make you feel?
Not great. I needed him to like sneak in some takedowns to lock in rounds, not slug it out.
We're here for wins, but we're also here for bonuses. And he could take him down and sub him or whatever, I mean, He could get a bonus in different ways, but it sounded like he's like, this guy wants to stand in the middle and trade. Maybe I'll just fucking do that. It's like, oh, God.
Yeah, I don't know why you would. I mean, I get trying to get a bonus, but when you force shit like that, that's when you put yourself in precarious positions.
That's like when I'm watching Amanda Hebos when she's about to fight Mackenzie Dern. Just don't take her down. Like, you're going to win. You're going to stay at range. You're going to land shots. She's not a great striker. She's tough, but that's how you give her a chance. Why would you give him a chance?
She gave her that chance, and now Mackenzie has a title shot next week.
It's crazy. And then I was talking about that today with Marcus. What's the next bet? Fucking, it's Verna versus Dern. If Loopy wasn't a fucking idiot, she beats Verna. Verna's out of the equation. And then Mackenzie, I mean, she was getting mauled by Amanda and then found that armbar too. And Mackenzie's a Dern to Verna? Are we fucking loading the boat on that? Who the fuck is... Verna is terrible. She's got okay takedowns. You think she's going to submit Mackenzie Dern, and then she gets tired. In the second round of fights, we got this girl Verna pulling guard and shit. She's terrible.
I'm picking Verna. I think she takes her down. I think she takes her down and holds her down.
Nobody gasses faster than fucking Verna. Mackenzie Dern's an absolute fucking dog.
She is. That is true.
5 rounds? Are you joking me? Verna's getting fucking smoked.
I mean, I don't hate your logic. I didn't do my research yet. I'm just my instant gut reaction.
God, I bet on Mackenzie. I saw she's a dog. I fucking bet on her. Easy.
Well, there you go. If you want to check out all the other premium bets, WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. It's only $10 for an entire month's worth of access in that month. Not only gets UFC Vancouver, but next week's UFC 321, where Mackenzie Dern fights for the belt, as does Tom Aspinall. We do have a comment here. Angelo, McDonald's combo number 1 with a Coke under 1.5. First of all, my McDonald's order is a large number 1, extra patty, extra cheese. Making that a minute and a half. You're only giving me an extra 30 seconds.
Back again.
Like, you're only giving me an extra 30 when I'm doing an arch thing to try to make it crack.
Yeah, just back up and let's see what it looks like normal then. Let's just see what it looks like normal then.
Hold on.
Yeah, we're streaming the Contender Series tomorrow. Last Contender Series stream. Yeah, let's get that angle. Thank God you're wearing fucking... Now just bend over a little bit so we can see if there is that fucking...
This is what I was doing.
Gapping hole.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I'm out. So yeah, God forbid a dude try to stretch his back out, get a little crack in. The answer to that is no. If I can't eat a Big Mac in a minute, I'm not eating a Big Mac and fries and a drink in a minute and a half. That's crazy.
Had to pull down that shirt before anything. You let him know, D. That fucking racist.
I saw some enormous dude like do the punch machine and then fell and like rolled. It was bad. And the first thing he did was fix his shirt. And again, the retweet was like, all I know is these fat motherfuckers will fix their shirt before literally doing anything else, no matter what happened. So yeah, fuck you.
Whoa.
Next up.
Whoa, you don't talk to D like that.
Next up. At UFC Vancouver, we have a very important lady fight. We have Manon Fiorot taking on Jasmine Jasudavicius. Manon Fiorot 4-1 in her last 5. She's coming off that title fight loss to Valentina Shevchenko. 12-2, only 2 losses in her career, taking on Jasmine Jasudavicius. 14-3 in her career, 5-0 in her last 5. She's coming off that finish win over former world champion Jessica Andrade. This is definitely a clash of styles matchup. Manon Fiorot, nasty striker, good killer instincts, decent power, very, very big for her weight class. And even when she gets taken down, she's got good skills, good fight IQ. She can pop right back up. She's not just a striker. She'll work in an offensive takedown or two, but for the most part, just a big, very good striker who keeps fights on their feet. Taking on Jasmine Jasudavicius, who has the exact opposite game plan. Come forward wrestler, going to get in your face. She will engage in the striking. She's not desperately shooting takedowns. She'll strike with you for a little bit. As soon as you're comfortable, she'll shoot a takedown then. Great hips so she can win scrambles. Striking is just there. It's not awful. It's not amazing, but it is like technical and it's there. She's ridiculously tough and has that never say die attitude. She just smoked Jessica Andrade. I like Jasmine. I love the fight style. I love the personality. I think Jasmine's absolutely fantastic. I will be rooting for her in this fight. I don't think she wins this fight. I think Manon Fiorot is literally too big to take down. And if she can't take down Manon Fiorot clean, she's fucked. She's not going to win the striking exchanges. I think it's going to be a problem. I think the matchup is kind of a problem, but I'm rooting for Jasmine. The over 2.5 to me seems phenomenal because they're both insanely tough. I don't think we have a finish, but I also don't think it's very competitive. Even if Jasmine gets a takedown, Manon does a really good job working her way back up. So Manon's going to be the pick, but I will be rooting bad for Jasmine the Vicious.
I mean, it's not crazy that Jasmine tries to. She's just a tough girl to bully. That's the issue. Because Jasmine is a bully with the striking to get to the wrestling. And if she gets on top, she is fucking disgusting with the ground and pound, with the submission games. It's just going to be that Manon is just so hard to fucking bully. She keeps that range with the sidekick, with the karate stuff. And even if you get your hands on her, she's just so big and strong. And now she's got to the point in her career where she has her own takedowns. She's just got little trips against the fence and stuff like that. She knows how to dig off and circle out, and maybe even counter wrestle the wrestler. I mean, she was taking down Shevchenko. And honestly, she doesn't get dropped in that, the third or fourth at the end of the round. I think the end of the fourth round or whatever. She's like maybe the world champion right now. So, I mean, she kind of took it to Shevchenko. And if you're going tit for tat and striking with Shevchenko, Jasmine shouldn't be too much of an issue. Jasmine's just got to bully into the clinch, work her against the fence, and just try to just grind the fuck out of a couple rounds to win this decision. But I agree. I think at range, Manon's just going to keep her range, keep her away, and then those shots are going to be from a little bit too wide because Jasmine can't really get inside with the striking because Manon can keep that range so well with the striking. And it's just going to be an issue. And if she, like you said, if she's not getting the takedowns, I think she's just walking forward and just kind of walking into those side kicks and getting frustrated and throwing a little bit too much. And Manon just kind of doing that French point style around the outside and maybe mixing her own takedown or two. But I like Manon here, unfortunately, as well. I'm not betting it, but, like I said, we love Jasmine around here, but I mean, this is just and losing to Manon is not, like I said, she was almost a world fucking champion.
Yeah.
So, I mean, losing to Manon is not like, oh, Jasmine isn't. No, I mean, she can still work her way up and be fine. Obviously, just, a little bit on the back half of her career right now, so she might run out of time, but it's just a bad matchup for her, probably.
Yeah, completely agree. And I think she'll look better than, like, Erin Blanchfield looked pretty bad in the Manon fight because Erin was, like, desperate for takedowns, where Jasmine's not desperate. She will engage in the striking. I don't think she should, but she won't get desperate. And she's a real wrestler. So I'll be rooting for her. And if she can get to the legs, it's a 3-round fight. Like, it's not absurd.
And people are like, oh, because I know people tweet me underdogs all the time and stuff like, oh, Jasmine's a lock. She should be lock of the week and stuff like. Man, it's fucking. She's just so
good. Yeah.
Even it's not like Manon ever really gets, like, somebody just said like Jasmine's gonna cook her. Like, Manon doesn't get smoked by anybody. Even when she lost, but she wasn't getting smoked. That was a close fucking fight. It's gonna be a tall task if Jasmine gets it done. If she does, holy shit. I mean, that's a title fight next, and she could
100%.
This is probably the worst matchup in the division for her. If she gets past Manon, I mean, it's very interesting for her.
100% agree. And I don't have a bet on this fight. Well, I do with the round line, but I don't have a bet on this fight outright for that reason. I'm going to be rooting for Jasmine. Like, I can see a world where she wins this. I tend to favor wrestlers, so going to be a little gun shy there. But this is a very important fight for this division. Definitely dictates maybe Natalia Silva over them for a title shot. Outside of that, who else would get a title shot? It's Natalia Silva or the winner of this. So should be a fun one if you want to check
the belt
out.
Could open up. I mean, Shevchenko could lose to Wei Li and then decide to retire, or
yeah.
I mean, it could be very interesting. This could be wide open division.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is a very interesting division because, yeah, I mean, we have to see what happens with that Wei Li fight because Wei Li could win, like you said, but she could be a double champ, or Wei Li could lose and stick around. She did have to give up her belt, so it's not a one-time come up. So Wei Li could stick around.
How about fucking? They got the poster with that fucking loser Islam with his. He's not a fucking champion. What the fuck? He's got a picture of. Where does he have a belt on in that picture? That fucking.
And Wei Li doesn't.
A fucking champion. Yeah, Wei Li's got hers too, but I mean,
so what's your problem?
Sweet Wei Li can keep hers, that little sweetheart, but this fucking loser Islam, get the fucking belt off your shoulder. You ain't no fucking champion. You're getting smoked, buddy. Not my sweet Wei Li though.
If you need a couple more picks, there's
we
5
love our Asians.
There's 5.
We love China. I've got a meeting with President Xi. Maybe we're going to meet. I don't know. We said we weren't going to meet, but maybe we will meet. We don't know, but we're going to impose tariffs, but we might not if they want to play. I don't know.
Regional agents. Go to the website, WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. Everything you could literally ever need heading into a fight week. Next up, at UFC Vancouver, we have what is likely the most controversial fight on this card, meaning all of you, the viewers, battling it out in the comment sections, arguing live in the live chat. This fight has a lot of people split. We have Chito Vera taking on Amin Zahabi. Marlon Chito Vera, 23-10 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5, coming off back-to-back losses, taking on Amin Zahabi, 13-2 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5 on a 6-fight win streak. Chito Vera, as we all know, a very tough Muay Thai fighter, had the chin of legends. He does a really good job using all of his tools, keeping fights ugly. He does always give up that first round, but then he just moves forward. Elbows in the clinch, throws the punches. Everything has power. And even if you land more strikes on him than he lands on you, you leave a fight with Chito Vera looking like you got the shit beat out of you. He's got submissions as well. He'll snatch some things up in scrambles. He is coming off back-to-back losses. First was the title fight loss to Sean O'Malley, where he absorbed the biggest knee I have ever seen anybody just eat like nothing happened. And then he lost to Davison Figueiredo, where he was knocked down for the first time in his career. So now we don't know, is his chin gone? He's taking on Amin Zahabi, Firas Zahabi's brother. If you don't know who Firas Zahabi is, GSP's coach. He's like a pioneer in coaching in Canadian MMA. So Firas Zahabi's been around high-level athletes. He's been highly coached. He's got great fight IQ.
That's
He's
TriStar?
not like, yes. He's not exactly like a wildly talented athlete, but he works hard. He puts it all together, and he's very well trained. He's got solid takedown defense, high fight IQ. He is coming off that win over Jose Aldo, where he almost was put out and then stole a decision because Jose Aldo
wasn't put out when that head kick landed is absolutely fucking. He was staggering around. Aldo lands a clean fucking head kick while he's like on the ground, getting up, and then he just almost finishes Aldo 30 seconds later.
Aldo, when people use the word death gas, that's it. Like that, he literally.
That was within like that was a 15-second spurt. And you know what's funny about that too? That was up in weight. Remember, Aldo was like, I can't make the weight. And
yeah.
They had randomly make it at featherweight or whatever. So Aldo was fucking like juiced up, feeling it. Maybe he had some issues because he couldn't make the weight or whatever. But I mean, he shouldn't have had weight cut issues or anything. And he fucking was done.
He literally, in the middle of almost knocking this dude out, collapsed. Just laid on his back. Just like, I'm done. Just laid on his back in the middle of the cage.
Looking at the clock was the best part. Like, he threw one little flurry. Zahabi, like, landed a knee in his midsection. Aldo backed up and was, like looking in the arena. Like, Zahabi's, like, running at him. And he's, like, looking for the clock in the arena. Like, oh, fuck. And it was, like, 3 minutes left. And he was like, all right, I'm going to lay down here for a little bit.
It's crazy because he should have won that decision if not getting the finish. But he didn't. So Zahabi won that fight. And then we found out that Jose Aldo was 45 years old. He did an interview right after that fight saying, I'm going to be 50 in 5 years. A 45-year-old man. The reality is, I get that Amin Zahabi good, and full disclosure, I don't like him. I don't know why. I don't know what my issue is. So I got a lot of bias on the other side. So you can just throw this out the window if you like. But if you look at who Amin's beating, he was getting his ass kicked in that fight. He stole that decision. I get it. He ended up
Aldo,
on top.
You joking?
Yeah, I think Aldo won that fight.
I think he outstruck Aldo by like 30 or 40 strikes.
Because Aldo laid on his back. You can almost not even give him
he was
credit
going
for
tit
that.
for tat with the boxing. Aldo looked good in the first round. I think Zahabi outstruck him in the second round.
And then almost finished him in the third. I mean, come on. What are we doing? Should have won. The third was the clearest 10-8 I've ever seen in my life. And then if you want to make it a 10-9 because Zahabi ended up on top because Jose Aldo laid down. He didn't take him down. He didn't knock him down. He just laid on his back. So you can't give him credit for getting there. Anyway.
Do you know what you're arguing at this point?
That Jose Aldo should have won the last fight. I'm arguing that Zahabi's record is a little hollow. Javid Basrat, that was a bad decision too. And the only reason he won that decision is because his brother was going, hey, every time they landed anything that looked like something, and Javid had like some shit game plan for no reason whatsoever. This fight is in Canada, so there's no reason for you to believe he won't get a third super close decision. I do wish it was 5 rounds because Cheeto just isn't a fast starter. I'm going to go ahead and pick Cheeto. This could be like last week with Figgy and Montel. Everybody said, like, Figgy went out there and he won that fight. A former world champion.
What did I say about that fight? I said it was going to be like right. Jonathan Martinez going in and freezing against fucking Aldo, and Montel went in there and fucking froze.
Yeah, I didn't watch
shit. He didn't do shit.
Well, I'm picking Cheeto for all of those reasons. Aiemann Zahabi might freeze up here. Aiemann Zahabi's gotten a couple super ridiculously close decisions. Marlon Vera hits harder than Aimann's fought. Anybody that Aimann's fought. If his chin isn't full-blown gone, he'll just walk through everything. He doesn't even cut. I think he could dot up Zahabi, beat him up a little bit, and steal this. So Cheeto's going to be the pick. There's not really a lot of value on him as a dog anymore because that's sort of long gone. He's a popular dog this week, but I'm going Cheeto. What do you think?
A pick is a pick. I'm not going to trash you for the pick because we have to make picks, and I kind of get what you're saying. And this is going towards a certain somebody. I can't believe people trust Cheeto with their money. I can't believe it. Like, if he's like maybe like plus 200, plus 250, a little value play because he's got power, he's durable, I get that. This guy's got no sense of urgency to do anything fucking ever. Even in that last fight, he's like, talks all the talk. I'm going in there. I'm going to kill. I'm going to turn it up a notch. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Fig, all this stuff. Then he gets in there. He's down 2 rounds to nothing. He gets knocked down the 3rd round with, 2 or 3 minutes left. He needs a finish. Hey, this is your time. You got to fucking turn it up a notch, buddy. What'd he do? Typical fucking Cheeto. Just kind of take it, plot, plot, plot. Plot, plot, plot. No fucking sense of urgency. Even in a fight where he knew he needed to finish, he finally got dropped. All this fucking bullshit. You look at Zahabi, he can kind of be a little bit tut around the back, but he has the fucking killer instinct. He almost got killed by Aldo. The second he got back to his feet, he wasn't like, oh shit. He fucking went right at Aldo, and there's a reason he won that fight, because he fucking buried that guy who was chasing a fucking finish. If there's a dog between the two of these guys, and what probably is going to be a little bit of a close fight, tit for tat, because they're both durable, they both got power, I trust Zahabi to fucking turn it up a notch. If he needs to win the 3rd round, Zahabi's going to win the fucking 3rd round. This guy, Cheeto, I can't believe. You want to make a pick? Make a pick. I understand he's got power. I understand he's got like this, slick little jiu-jitsu off his back and this type of stuff. Trusting Cheeto with your money at this rate is fucking insanity. I got to go Zahabi because in a close fight, I think he actually gives a shit and he's shown that he will go for it. And they're in Canada. That plays a part as well. I got to go Zahabi here. I think he's just a better fighter and just wants it more at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I get going Zahabi when once you factor in Canada, and we've literally seen him win close decisions before. He did not win that Javid Bajrat fight. He did not win that fight. He was just screaming. The judges like the random screaming. I think Cheeto's just more dangerous everywhere. The volume is my concern, and if he gives up 1 round, that's kind of a problem. To your point, no real sense of urgency there. Hopefully, he's at a point where he's like, well, fuck, I can't lose 3 in a row.
People don't change. People don't change. Every fighter comes in, it's like, oh, I'm going to be 2.0, I'm going to do whatever. And then they do the examining. I mean, we see week after week. If this person would just do this, you know how many bets I've lost hoping and waiting for somebody to do what they're supposed to do and they just fucking don't do it? Fighters don't fucking change. He's going to come in and you're going to be like, wow, I can't believe he's doing it again. And you're going to be surprised. Not fucking me.
It'll be an interesting fight, and it's an important fight. Cheeto's still very highly ranked in the division. All of a sudden, Aiemann Zahabi, with a very late career surge here, could just pop up into the top 10 rankings and be fighting for a title at some point in a division that's pretty cleaned out. We've already got rematches. And then next week, we have a very important fight, so we'll see what happens there. But Aiemann Zahabi with a good win here, all of a sudden in the talks for a title shot in the next year or so. If you do want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool, everything we offer available on the website right now. It is only $10, no upsell, no cross-sell, no weird packages. $10 for all of it. WeWantPicks.com. Just click Become a Member at the top. Next up, at UFC Vancouver, we have the co-main event of the evening. We have unreliable Kevin Holland taking on Mike Malott. Kevin Holland 28-14 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5. He's coming off that decision loss to Daniel Rodriguez, taking on Mike Malott, 12-2 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5, riding back-to-back wins. We've broken down Kevin Holland probably 400 times at this point, and he's exactly the same fighter. He's a laser pinpoint accurate striker who's got some okay power. He's got pretty good jiu-jitsu, no real wrestling, very unreliable. Everything Jacob just said about Cheeto, you can't really trust him and people don't change. All of that applies to Kevin Holland as well. We'll see him in underdog spots like against Gunnar Nelson. He's the man. Let's do it. We'll see him in giant favorite spots. He should win this one. And you just literally never know what you're going to get. If Kevin Holland comes out here and he plays the busy distance striker and he gets to the ground, he's threatening submissions, he can win this fight. He's taking on Mike Malott. Mike Malott, his brother, is a professional hockey player. He is a professional fighter. They've got the bloodline for ages. He's a pretty well-rounded guy. He's got loose striking. It allows him to box and kickbox comfortably. He will also work in some takedowns. He'll work in grappling. He has 7 fights in the UFC with 3 knockdowns, 2 knockouts, 3 submission wins. He's coming off that knockout over Charlie Radke, where he seemed to be fully recovered.
Buffalo!
From the nightmare that was the Neil Magny fight. Now, that fight has aged a little better. I got to go Mike Malott here. We just have to be done with trusting Kevin Holland to do what he's supposed to do. He's very, very talented. But in his last fight, he got dropped. And he was like looking pretty bad against an old one-dimensional Daniel Rodriguez. And if he's losing those fights, I can't expect him to win this fight. Mike Malott's going to be the pick. You never know what you're going to get in a Kevin Holland fight, but I'm going to go with the guy who I can at least trust to try hard. Now, the quitting against Neil Magny was kind of problematic, but all right, big spot, kind of a crazy circumstance. It is what it is, but Mike Malott's going to be the pick. Kevin Holland is just going to do Kevin Holland things. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, so I just got done saying that fighters don't change. Mike Malott changed. He is one of those rare instances where he went from kind of a typical, undefeated, like, I guess he would, like, undefeated, but a typical, like, very cocky, confident, go in there, he's chasing finishes, he's trying to get the knockouts, he's trying to get the finishes. He got humbled by Neil Magny, came in his next fight, was really tentative on the outside, right? Really wanted to see, let me get back in the win column. He played it safe around the outside, and then I think he realized, oh, shit, if I'm a good striker, I'll just wait for people to make mistakes. He mentioned going into that Radke fight, it was kind of a bull matador situation. That's exactly how he played it. He knew that Radke was going to be the aggressor, so he's sitting back, counter-striking, and when he just sits back and waits to counter-strike, there's a reason this guy was the striking coach at Team Alpha Male for a while. He is a very, very precise striker, especially when he can just kind of sit and wait for shots. He's not getting crazy. He does take damage a little bit bad, which might be a little bit of a concern, but his defensive striking and counter-striking is so solid, and that's really what Kevin Holland struggles with. Like, if you're coming at Kevin Holland, he can kind of use his length and step off and use those angles or kind of get in the clinch and use those knees and the elbows. But the people that sit back and wait, like a Stephen Thompson and those type of fighters, when he blitzes in, they can catch him coming in because he's not the most technical guy. He will come in a little bit loopy, especially if he starts getting frustrated with the kind of point-style fighting that Mike Malott's probably going to bring into this fight. And also, when he's crashing in, it can set up takedowns for Mike Malott as well, who's got wrestling, he's got striking. I get the Kevin Holland love. He's been my lock of the week. I've bet him. I lost betting him. I've lost betting against him. We've gone through the whole I've done everything with Kevin Holland, just like pretty much everybody else at this point. I know people are going to chase him as a dog here because they love him as a dog. He's more than capable of beating anybody, but this seems like a bad matchup. A little counter striker. Going to catch him when he kind of does those big lungy blitzes in. That's how Daniel Rodriguez caught him. That's how Wonderboy was catching him. Mike Malott's a very, very good striker. And if he just I think if he just takes his time like he has been, Kevin's going to lunge in. The counter strikes will be there. And now Kevin's chin isn't holding up as much as it will. So I like Mike Malott here. I haven't bet it yet, but I'm gonna try to find something on Mike because I think he should be able to handle this one.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, I think whoever wins, I don't think this is a very close fight. I think whoever wins this fight looks fantastic. It's either like, yeah, we all knew how good Kevin was, or Mike Malott just kind of runs through him. Now, is he going to finish him? Maybe not, but I think he could be in a situation where, to your point, he's just counter-striking the shit out of him, staying safe, never really competitive, not that close to a fight, just sort of runs away with it. I think the winner of this fight looks very, very good. We just don't know who the hell that's going to be. I'm on the Malott side. Jacob's on the Malott side. But if you need a little more reassurances, we got Artem, we got Betsam, and we have an artificial intelligence also making straight picks. Check out those picks.
What? I mean, I'm just trying to, as you're talking, as I'm thinking about the fight and stuff like that. I mean, a hometown guy who got embarrassed in front of his hometown before against, he probably has respect for Kevin Holland. Just feels like just a boring Mike Malott fight.
I think he'll wrestle his ass off, and I think he looks great wrestling.
He's gonna be afraid of gas. I mean, I don't think he's gonna. He knows that Kevin's gonna make him work on the ground. Long, rangy guard. He strikes from the bottom. I think it's a mistake to fucking. I think he's gonna gas himself out. He tries to wrestle. I think it's a Mike Malott dancing around, boring point fight decision.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. That's how he beat Trevor
Wrestling
Giles.
is a fucking mistake. You don't want to wrestle with Kevin Holland. You can take him down, but he makes you fucking work.
And he's got very good jiu-jitsu. It's an easy path at least to lock in some rounds at the end. So I mean, we'll see. I feel like Kevin's going to look uninterested in this fight. And that's an uninterested Kevin is a Kevin who doesn't show up. But obviously, as you mentioned many times, he's got all the talent in the world. He can win this fight easily. It's just a matter of if he does or not. Check it all out. Not only us, but Artem, Betsam, the artificial intelligence, the tools, everything else. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. Next up at UFC Vancouver, we have the main event of the evening. We have a Rainer de Ritter taking on Brendan Allen. If you didn't know, this was supposed to be de Ritter versus Anthony Hernandez, and they were told whoever wins this fight, if you do so in spectacular fashion, you will fight Khamzat next for the title. And this matchup was probably the best one we were going to get in that pack of 4 high-quality middleweights. We ended up losing that fight. Fluffy Hernandez is out, but Brendan Allen steps in, and it's an interesting step up because these two have trained together a shit ton. They're at the same gym. They spend a lot of time together. So for this camp, RDR was already the one that was being trained for this fight. So when Brendan Allen accepted it, he had to go train somewhere else, which is what he's doing. So Brendan Allen's been displaced for this fight camp. We have Rainer de Ritter, 21-2 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5. He's coming off that main event win over Robert Whittaker. Taking on Brendan Allen, 25-7 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He's stepping up on short notice. RDR, as you may or may not know, was a 2-division champion in ONE FC, the middleweight and light heavyweight champion. He's tall. He's big as shit. He's got crushing knees to the body. He will bomb away on the ground. He's got unbelievable jiu-jitsu. He's got decent takedowns. He's coming off that absolute war with Robert Whittaker where his sheer size was a problem for him. And he had 25 full minutes of cardio, and we saw him have some dog in him when he got dropped and full recovered and came back anyway. Taking on Brendan Allen, a BJJ black belt who has developed his hands over the years. He's got good low kicks, solid takedowns, solid striking overall. Very well-rounded. Maybe even the more well-rounded fighter in this fight. While he is mostly a grappler by trade, he has developed the striking, and at one point in his career, overcorrected was only striking. When he gets after it, when he puts it all together, he looks absolutely fantastic. He got incredible cardio, good striking, good grappling. He's a better hammer than he is a nail, and he's coming off that competitive win over Marvin Vettori. I was going to pick RDR over Fluffy. I think RDR should get the title shot against Khamzat. I think there's a couple of plot lines there. I think and I'm going to say it 5 times, his sheer size is going to be a problem for a lot of people in this division. And the fact that he can be that big and have dog in him and fight for a full 25 minutes is crazy. He has wrestling. He has that ridiculous jump knee where he sends it right up the middle and just crushes your ribs and your abdomen. I think he's going to win here. Minus 190 feels like a discount. I think RDR should be minus 3, 4, maybe even I think RDR beats the hell out of Brendan Allen. So RDR is the pick, and I'm happy to do it. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I'm playing this fight a little bit differently. RDR should win. And here's how I think the fight's going to go. I think Brendan Allen's going to be more live in the first round than people realize. This guy is a good boxer. He's got power. He can give anybody issues on the ground with the early scrambles. He had Fluffy in a lot of issues, had the back, almost had him choked out. We all know how good Fluffy is. So I think Brendan Allen's going to be a lot more live in the first round than people realize because RDR is a fucking terrible striker. He's just a goofy, brute type of striker. He can land a nice jab, and once he gets moving downhill, he has the ability to kind of like open up with his striking, but he gets hit. He can eat shots. He's like Angelo said, but he gets hit like crazy, and he throws fucking all willy-washy around, and if he gets in trouble and tries to wrestle when he's hurt, Brendan Allen is more than capable of subbing a guy like RDR. And people be like, he's not fucking invincible. And Brendan Allen's very good on the ground. But after the first round, I don't think Brendan Allen stands a fucking chance. Because that guy gasses very, very quickly, especially a little bit short notice, different camp, all this stuff. When fights start extending, because I know he's been 5 rounds. People be like, well, he went 5 rounds. He was able to go those 5 rounds because he needs to be able to wrestle to kind of slow things down. He needs to be able to control somebody, and he was getting some takedowns on Chris Curtis, and he was able to kind of slow some stuff down. Even in 3-round fights, he needs to have some takedowns and some control to be able to slow things down for him. Against RDR, he's not going to be able to do that. Like, you're not going to take down and control or whatever RDR. Maybe a little bit in the first round or whatever, like Bo was able to do. But then he's just going to start hitting sweeps. He's so big, all this stuff. So Brendan Allen might be live early in the first round. You might see him land some shots. And you might, if you have RDR slips, you might be like, oh, fuck. Because RDR striking is fucking awful. It is fucking terrible. The guy gets hit like fucking crazy. But he should be tough enough. And after the first round, I don't see Brendan Allen surviving another 4 rounds with this guy. I mean, he just fucking moves downhill. And Brendan Allen was already almost dying in fights, sometimes in 3-round fights, where he had a lot of control in that fight and still almost fucking died. So, you know, I'm looking at the minus 190 RDR. Fight does not go the distance at minus 260. If you don't want to get greedy and kind of play either side, maybe something wild happens with the striking or whatever, yeah, I think that minus 260 might be a better value than just playing the money line because crazier things have happened than Brendan Allen coming in and shocking the world with like a fucking nice little 1-2 that hurts RDR, and all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, fuck. But I don't think Brendan Allen surviving 5 rounds. Something's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I like the breakdown because Brendan Allen is good. I don't mean to diminish his fight. He's a good fighter. RDR is just, he's huge.
I guarantee there's going to be a combination that Brendan Allen lands in the first minute and a half or 2 minutes of this fight, and people are going to be like, that are holding RDR slips are going to be like, oh,
yeah,
like pop, 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 and you'll be like, and RDR's going to be like, and then probably just crash into him, hug him, and drag him to the ground.
Well, Robert Whittaker basically dropped him, and then he was able to survive and regroup and, you know, make it happen. I get that's Robert Whittaker, who's like, you know, what, 75% of who he used to be. But
and let's not forget, RDR fucking literally quit in a fight before. Obviously, he was against a huge dude and all this stuff and all that, whatever it was. But literally was like, I'm done. Didn't get tapped out. Didn't get TKO'd. Just didn't give up or didn't get up.
Both of his losses are to the same guy. He's only lost to one dude twice. RDR was a 2-division champ. That guy showed the fuck up and said, guess what? So it's going to be an interesting fight. I mean, I don't know who else they could have thrown in here when Fluffy dropped. I mean, Brendan Allen's the only reasonable option. There wasn't a lot of availability in the top 10 of this division. So this fight is what it is. I feel bad for RDR a little bit because a win over Fluffy 100% would have gotten him a title shot. A win over Brendan Allen, it's probably still going to be Imavov getting the title shot. But if he beats the piss out of Brendan Allen and just absolutely dog walks him like how Anthony Hernandez kind of did towards the end, then yeah, he might get the title shot. So we may get RDR just aggressive and guns blazing and really trying to make something happen. I am looking forward to this fight. It's a meaningful main event. It matters in the scheme of things and potentially the next title challenger. If you want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool, not just for this card, but for UFC 321 next week and the 2 fight nights after that, go to WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. It's $10 for everything that we do for an entire month going into the future. Don't forget to subscribe. That costs you nothing. You don't want to be a premium member. I get it, and I disagree with you, but I get it. Clicking the subscribe button costs you literally $0 whatsoever. Same with the like. We do have an app. You don't need the app. It's just a nice to have. You can operate everything that we offer without an app, just in any mobile browser. But if you like to have an app and you want the push notification, just search We Want Picks in the App Store. Inside the app, you'll have access to all of our tools, our picks, and our bets. One of those tools is the data analyzer. It allows you to drag fields and filter data down while doing your own research. So you select your event and then your fighter. It'll line up that fighter next to their opponent and then every meaningful data point. We have a fight simulator that simulates fights 100,000 times. We have an optimizer that builds both FanDuel and DraftKings Fantasy lineups. We have a line movement tracker that gives you opening odds, current odds, win probability, and line movement for every fighter. And every
hold on. I'll go. Keep going.
A prop hunter, a curated set of data specifically designed to help you find prop bets. A tape index for those of you who like to do your own research. And then we had a whole bunch of people on the other side of the world making picks and bets, as well as a robot. All of this, $10, WeWantPicks.com.
All right, here we go. We got Monday Night Football, minute 14 left. I just live bet the I just live bet the Commanders. I was about to oh my God, they just lost actually. This is bet stupid or whatever. So it looked like they were going to have a long field goal to win the game, probably end up. So I live bet the Commanders 50 to win $162, but now the field goal, instead of being like a 40 or 50 yarder, looks like it's going to be about a 30 yarder because it's like rainy and windy. So I was like, oh, if they missed a field goal, I win this bet. Like, I'll take a fucking plus 340 odds. They missed this long field goal, but now it's going to be probably a short field goal. So we might be in trouble here, Angelo. But I do want to say as well, we will be live tomorrow night for the Contender Series, last Contender Series. We'll be live Saturday. What time's the fight start? I think it's a little bit earlier. It's like 3, I think.
Is
Central. Yeah, it's not a pay-per-view time slot, which will be nice. Those are my favorite ones, honestly. It starts at like 3 or whatever, so we'll be live there. And me and Angelo are going to stay live here for the next 30 seconds.
I'm going to bed. My eyes are dry as shit. You can see my weird crazy guy blinking.
It's 30 fucking seconds.
Oh.
Yeah,
when you said we're going to stay live here, I thought you were just trolling.
No, we're going to stay live to see if this bet hits. That's what we did last week, too, and it hit.
It's so weird that they have 2 Monday Night Football games. They're watering it down.
Give it to Angelo to complain about football. Oh, I can't believe we get to watch more football.
If they had UFC fights on every night, is that not watering down the product?
No, yeah, everyone.
It's special because it's every Saturday. That's what makes it special.
I mean, if fucking 16 fights were happening at the same time on Saturday, you would like some of them to be spread out a little bit more. Idiot.
I understand football owning a Sunday. Monday made sense.
They're centering it up. Okay, here we go. They center it up. It's gonna be about a 35-yarder. What's the live odds now? Should I triple down on here? We gotta hope he shanks this. It's raining, it's windy. It's rainy, it's windy. It's rainy, it's windy. This for $162. Like the stream if he's gonna fucking make it. Like it if he's gonna miss it. See what I did there?
Mm-hmm.
We got a little timeout here. 3 seconds left, Angelo. Is he gonna miss it or is he gonna hit it? It's gonna be about 35-yarder here, centered up.
I think he hits it 35 yards.
Oh, be more negative.
You need him to miss?
Yeah, I need him to miss.
Oh.
God. Oh my gosh, should I triple down? They're plus 750. I'm tripling down.
Oh my God.
If he misses it, I win $500. If he misses it somehow. It's a 35-yard field goal if this bet goes through. I win $500. Market is currently on hold. You fucking never mind. I'm only going to win $150 because they're scared. Here we go. If he misses this, I'm pulling my dick out. You better end this stream quick. They got the K-ball in. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This thing's going to be fucking off the upright. Off the right upright is my call. 38-yard attempt. He's lining it up. Imagine they block it, though. Here we go. He's looking at it. Oh, I see fear in his eye. Oh, my God. This guy's scared out of his mind. The kick is up.